The Veil of Isis. A Cthulhu by Gaslight, Golden Dawn, actual play. With David Larkins as the keeper of arcane lore. There we go. Now we're
cool mosaicked skulls.
Yes.
Yeah.
They used to sell those glass skulls at Pier 1 Import.
Really?
Yeah.
You fill them with stuff?
And they were solid glass. I had a friend that collected them.
They
She had
were?
every color. It was amazing.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
How much were they?
They were cheap. They were like 20.
They gotta
You
be
can still
on
get them
eBay.
online.
They gotta be on
Yeah.
eBay.
Yeah.
They're actually Aztec crystal skulls looted from pyramids.
Right, yeah.
While supplies last.
$25
why
it
she
costs
collected
plus.
You come up, we get your track lighting.
Every once in a while, I'll come across them. But
Yeah.
she had like shelves full of these skulls. Wow.
That's kind of well. You have your one like it's on a plexiglass or glass.
Yeah, no, it's glass.
With the
I
marbles
do have the
in
glass
the
one,
glass?
yeah. I have the marble eyes in it, yeah.
Should I share it since we're talking about?
Yeah,
stuff?
bring it out, bring out
It
Scully.
wasn't really a skull.
Scully?
They sold, like, heads.
That's not his
Yeah, like
name.
mannequin heads.
Oh, that's not quite the same.
That's creepier.
It is, isn't it? It
What's
is.
that? What?
That they were
Yeah.
mannequin
They
heads.
Look, they look like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, skulls.
There'd be a
Those
face
are
with no eyes.
Right.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, watch out, the eyes will drop out if you don't
here
handle
is the plexiglass skull.
Yeah.
But then we got these marbles. Out of
And they fit perfectly,
and they
so I'm
just
like,
happen
oh.
to fit like in the.
That's awesome.
And these are really really cool marbles. If you want. Oh, here they're access to
I'd
share.
rather not.
You rather not look
Yeah.
or touch them? Glass.
That's a cool skull.
Isn't it neat? They're really
I
fun.
can't pass it on.
Anyway, you don't need to touch the
Yeah.
eyes. Okay. That's fine,
Not
Shal.
really my thing.
Just trying to establish some creepiness, apparently.
Let's get you in the mood.
Not a fan.
Memento.
Not a fan of handling eyes.
Not a fan.
Do you have an eye thing? Because I have a throat thing. Like, I can't deal with any, like, slash throats or pierced throats or anything like that, you know?
I can't deal with those. Can't deal with things without eyes. Well, anything involving horror, I pretty much can't.
Welcome to Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
So you can't. So you have a thing
address?
with
Yeah, our first session definitely had a lot more of that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait a
well.
minute. Oh, hold on a second. Horror role playing.
I don't know if I
Let's see
should
how
show
long
this
I
one.
I'm giving it one more shot.
You're challenging yourself.
All right.
Serious?
I am.
All right.
Oh my god.
Okay. It's
right.
all good. It's all good.
I inherited this phone from my girlfriend, and there's maybe I shouldn't show it to you, but there was well, I had a surgery on my neck, and she took pictures of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe
But it
you
might
should.
keep you up. Okay.
Do you want to see? I'll look
I know
at
that
it.
is, you want to see it? Okay, because it was kind of like, oh, you're scared of that? It'll keep you up. Look at that.
I love horror. Everything.
Here, we'll look
It's really
at it.
hard to
See
I do
if
too.
it's-
Yeah,
I'm mad
it's
about
kind
it.
of like medical things. Yeah, I think.
Okay, well, you
Yeah,
guys
I
could
think
look at
better
this
than
then, because I was
Then the idea of the thing.
I was
I
going
watched
through
a movie
this.
with torture
And,
in it today, and I was fine with it.
Oh, no, I can't do that.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not for me.
No, I can't. No.
Horrifying, like gross things.
Eldritch
that-
tones in my bed.
everything.
Oh.
I was just looking through pictures of like, oh, that's
Poor
me.
thing. What happened?
Oh, I had a tumor. They
Removed?
from
Oh
there.
my
Yeah.
goodness. I did not mean to.
Oh, where'd you have that done?
Actually, I had it done here.
In Santa Fe?
No, I'm Albuquerque.
Oh,
I
thank
think
God.
what I referred to New Mexico
Like,
as
are
like
you
Here.
okay?
I understand.
it's all one place.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys all look the same.
There's a fine
Oh.
line. There's a fine line indeed.
It's so true.
And we can talk about medical things for the next.
Yeah,
couple
no,
of
we're
hours.
done.
We
God.
can't
We're done.
right now.
Oh.
I
Do we
think
have the
we've all-
We'll have a
stories?
whole other session just for that.
Yeah.
I think most of us have incision pictures on our phones.
Yeah.
Of some or another. So.
I think I do.
Well, I don't know if it was me. I mean, I'm just.
I did on my old phone. I had some of those, and then I had like this is what it looked like when my giant blister popped.
Oh.
Right. Okay.
It was impressive. I had.
Well, you want to show them to people, you know?
Yeah,
You're
you're
like,
like, check this out.
You're
No,
like,
when
I
I
earned
told
this,
someone I had a
man,
3-inch wide blister like that.
Oh,
so-
is that from dancing?
No, it was
Burn.
No, I got it one day at work, just from
Huh?
walking and standing too much.
What do you do?
Huh.
I worked at a cafe. It was when I was still working.
Man, you were working really hard.
She's a park ranger. She walks about 50 miles.
My foot was not happy that day. No,
It's not.
No.
It was covered the entire back of my heel. It was really impressive.
Yeah.
Those take forever to heal up,
Yeah,
too.
they do.
Oh,
I
man.
am gonna tip better next time.
Yeah, you never know.
Any job where you have to stand all days.
No,
Yeah.
I've had some really impressive foot things happen.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
that's a whole other, again, a whole other section.
We'll have a different session on incisions and then
Foot.
another one just
And
on
we'll
foot
move on to
stuff.
feet, yeah.
Malpractice lawsuits, etc.
Nice.
We'll all show our settlement checks.
Check this one out.
Mine bigger than yours.
Yeah. That's one big check. Alright, so
Yes.
we left off with a, not exactly a cliffhanger, but sort of a to be continued freeze frame last week.
Oh,
Where, if you recall, I believe Pike and Finnegan were.
what are we doing?
Was it just two? I think it was just two of
Oh,
you, right?
snap! I'm remembering everything.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so basically we were like,
How do you forget that?
I
Still don't remember.
Yeah.
Please put me in.
You guys are about to engage in a foot wheel
Yeah.
chase.
yeah,
Um,
foot wheelchair chase.
Oh,
There
yeah,
was
Chinatown.
the person who was in the other person's body.
That's
the old
right.
woman, the old woman was running away,
Mm-hmm.
and we were gonna chase after her because the person was in her body, right?
Yes, soul stealing.
Well, the
It's the old woman.
the
That's
Chinese
pretty much all I
woman.
got.
Body.
The Chinese woman was yeah she
Well, she
she
wasn't old.
spoke with a Cockney accent that matched
Right.
the voice of the constable that you had talked to earlier, and the constable went herring away, and yeah, it was like stop her, me,
Yeah.
her, me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
oh god. So
So, yeah, a really cool question. Is this too dark?
that's fine for me.
Yeah, are you
Everyone
all
else okay?
good?
No, I'm happy.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'm seeing stitches.
all right.
I'm fine.
That's the important part.
I mean, you can't just do it by feel only. Soon. It's okay.
It's knitting. That's not really
I'm t-
crochet.
Crochet, yes. Need to know. All right. So yeah. So you do intend to give chase then?
Yeah. Wait, are you recording?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yes.
We are live.
It would be really good for you if it were downhill, wouldn't it?
Yes.
You
Mhm.
could-
I was
Would
just
be
thinking
ideal.
that.
Yeah.
Just send them
That's
along.
what the streets like.
Ahead. That'd be great.
I can go really fast and straight away, but downhill would really.
Yeah, so we're gonna go. Well, Robin's
Okay.
pushing you, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go after.
Damn it, Robin, earn your wage.
That's right. Put your back into it.
I might go a little faster pushing myself. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if those the old ones were really built with any kind of eye towards speed or not.
No.
Probably didn't have the ball bearings.
I'm gonna say a negative.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm thinking Robin would be the one who.
I'm just imagining your wicker creaking.
Yeah,
It's
constant.
the Wicker Creek, yeah.
From like the stress of flying downhill.
It's gonna explode at the bottom of the hill.
Or catch fire.
Yeah, either way.
Now we're talking.
There we go.
Combustible wicker wheels.
Okay, so give me your
It's coming to Flaming Man.
Constitution plus Strength plus Dodge.
Wait, whoa.
Constitution.
Con plus strength plus dodge.
Yes.
That would be.
4, where's my dodge? Where's my dodge?
Oh, it's Dex times 2.
Yeah, it's default unless you put anything in it.
Good thing you're a math.
77 for me.
77.
Yeah.
Wow.
30.
I keep myself fit. Are you serious? Awesome.
Nice. All
My
right.
dex is 3. Come on.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then for the wheelchair, you would cut that in half, so that would be 15.
Oh my god.
What?
Really?
Real?
Yeah.
He's already at a disadvantage, though.
Well, there you have it. And
Fair
let me
enough.
just see
The
here.
disadvantage you have, the more of a disadvantage you have.
Well, especially in this game.
It's true. Oh, Victorians.
Oh, Cthulhu.
Oh,
Oh, Cthulhu. All right,
you're
so,
so bad, Dig.
literally. All right.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so basically, there's when you're chasing after somebody, there's sort of like 6 range categories where you're either side by side, all the way out to escape.
Okay.
So this person had a bit of a head start.
Yes.
So they're at extended range. So what you're going to do is roll against that number you just generated.
77.
Or 15.
Are you gonna roll?
Might as well.
I rolled 11.
I mean, you don't
Yes! She rolled 11.
Excellent.
Or Inspector Pike.
Yes.
Detective.
No. Okay, so the fleeing constable also made his roll. I mean, the fleeing
Thing.
wait,
Woman.
woman constable person thing
Okay.
made their roll.
Yes.
So so that means that you remain neck and neck.
Okay.
Okay.
Normally, for failing that roll, Finnegan would fall back a range, but you're at the minimum range. So
Okay.
Are these rolls that you can push?
these are rolls you can push.
Well said.
I know. Thanks for remembering to
Do my
push.
Wonderful.
homework.
That is good. Somebody's doing their homework. It's good. It's
So
good.
keep that in mind. Okay, so just
I'm keeping it in mind.
make another roll. Missed.
Yes.
No,
Yes, I
no
missed.
pushing?
You can push it.
I'm gonna push.
38?
All right, so you know pushing. If you try again and you fail, something terrible happens, which I would say would be, you know, you turn your heel or something to that effect, and you'll be at half dex for the next few days. You're crying and you're crying.
Is that good enough if she's running through Chinatown? Why couldn't she run into a stand of fans?
Go.
Yeah.
And, everything goes flying.
Yeah.
Well,
Really-
it has to
Yeah.
be
Let it
really
go.
instrumental, other than just
Pigeons?
Or
in
a cart-
cages?
A cart full of china. 'Cause
There you
can
go.
put stuff on
There
it.
you go. Now we're
You ran
talking.
into a cart full of china in Chinatown.
Roll it. Roll it. Make it. Make
Yes.
it. Make
All
it.
right.
Yes.
I almost think I turned my heel. I just keep
Successful
booking
push.
it. Yes.
All
Thank
right, excellent.
you. I know. Yeah.
I'm not even done.
All right, so Finnegan, you're falling behind. Pike, you're keeping this person in sight, but I rolled a 0-1 for them, so they actually move ahead of category anyway. All right, roll again.
I make it 4.
Ooh, nice.
Wow. That's exciting.
Oh no.
Only I could roll a 4. It's not happening.
Yeah, we could switch and it would be a little bit better.
Okay, so you are actually gaining.
Of course.
They cut down a side alley at this point. Okay,
I know these alleys. I rolled a 1.
they got a 92.
I rolled
Alright.
a 1.
So you're right on top of them.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna grab.
You gonna grapple?
Mm-hmm.
All right, make a grapple roll.
Oh wait, no. I can barely hear it over
I'll
here.
turn it up.
Yeah.
This is a tad. Grapple. No, fist. Actually, I can punch
You're
them.
gonna punch him?
Yeah.
You're gonna fist him?
I'm gonna fist him.
All right.
Fist him hard. And I make it a 5.
Oh,
Whoa.
Your basic punch is a 50.
50.
So that's a critical, actually. So you'll do double damage, 2d3.
D3?
Mm-hmm. D6 halved.
Oh. Tricky.
No, 1,
And then
2.
again, you get 2d3.
7.
So, wait, no. What'd you
4.
roll?
4.
4. Okay, I was gonna say.
It takes me a little time. Sorry, everybody.
No problem. No problem. All right, so you punch the constable on the back of the head.
I'm not above punching the back of your head.
That's right. It's happening.
Okay. I'm gonna give them a dex roll to keep their feet. And they do.
Okay.
So they spin around. What is your power?
9.
Okay.
I wish I were closer.
My power is really, really lame sauce.
Yeah.
Mine was more than yours.
Yeah, I'm not a very powerful person.
Oh.
Power has to do with what?
Your force of personality.
I'm a kind of milk
Well,
toast.
You're in an organization. So
It
you need
is.
to be that way to get
I've
along.
been broken and built up again.
Go along, get along. Exactly. Semper Fi.
And that, whatever.
All that garbage.
Well, that.
Yes.
Okay, please step into the other room with me.
Woo!
They're gonna go kiss.
minutes and half.
You made that up.
only takes her back there every time.
So how long would it take you to finish a reasonably sized scarf, I guess?
Gosh, I've been working on this for over a month.
Really?
Yeah. I have to go slow though because I've given myself carpal tunnel doing this.
Yikes.
So, slow and steady wins the race, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, you don't want to get a splinter or.
Yeah. It's hard to explain a knitting injury, I guess.
No, I've definitely done the thing from crocheting where my fingers don't want to uncurl.
I make it.
Really.
Okay.
Like, I rolled 2 you days.
Ooh, nice.
I like these yellow dice. They're making me happy.
Totally.
Ooh. Go ahead and give me an idea roll.
3.
You made an idea roll?
Oh my god, yeah.
Look at those
I-
dice.
Jesus.
Zakis.
Those are nice. It's note time.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's getting a note.
This is awesome.
I've been working on them all week.
It's no fair, you have direct access.
I know. There'll be consequences if it does. She doesn't have a good time.
That is true.
Look at you with this thing.
I
You
know.
are such a badass. I tell you. I don't know what's coming next.
What else is she gonna break out of her bag?
Well, it's pretty, you know.
No, I'm just saying that's awesome. I
No,
want
it's,
that.
no,
for
it's an
myself.
actual legitimate compliment.
No, I'm like. Not
It's sad that we live in a day and age where you have to
Well, yeah.
clarify.
Just say thank you.
I don't know. Usually my friends are like, wow,
She
Jeff,
passed that down,
what are you expecting?
Oh, don't you hate when people do that? No.
People are annoying when they do that.
They're like, bad shit actually happens. I
know.
hate that
I'm
this
like,
is
I
news
live by
to you.
myself downtown. Come on.
For real though.
For real.
Alright. Holy
I carry a mace on a keychain.
There's not
and
even
people
gonna
are
be that
giving me
many.
Shit about that.
Yeah.
You know what?
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, my boyfriend used to have a cute, really tiny little thing of bear mace. It was adorable.
Yeah. You gotta
I
have it.
would carry
Because
that.
and the mace comes out the bear's mouth.
No, it's mace for bears.
Mace.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a little teddy bear like squirting mace.
That would be great if they had a teddy bear mace, put
That'd be
bear mace in
amazing,
it.
I think
It
it's up
has
to
to
us to
exist.
make that happen.
I think
It
so.
is.
It's gonna
If
sell
not,
with the
it should
kids.
It's on record now. We
Yes.
can
It's
sue
ours.
for
Copyright,
trademark
copyright.
and copyright
Okay.
infringement.
So
Alright. Okay, so Oswald, you finally catch up.
Damn it, Robin.
What happened?
You come around the corner into this narrow kind of damp Chinatown alley with the laundry hanging, across up the upper stories and so forth.
awnings.
And you see, some awnings. You see the constable, like basically just kneeling on the ground, sobbing, crying, hysterical, and no sign of Pike.
What?
No sign of Pike.
Nope.
What the hell happened here, man? And I try to slap him out of it.
Get a hold of yourself.
All right, so you slap him around a little bit, and eventually the constable seems to come around.
Yeah.
Oh, he does?
And I mean, it's only a minute, so and
That's what usually
says,
you crying people.
It's me, it's Pike! It's me! It's me, it's Pike!
What the hell are you talking about, man?
Ah! Slap him again!
Yeah.
No, I guess the question here would be:
Get
is
a hold
the
of
constable
yourself.
better looking than Pike? Is it
Are we
Not
trading
like
up?
Pendragon. If it was Pendragon, that would matter.
Is this a trade-off?
Yeah.
just for yourself?
It's me! It's Pike!
app 11. I don't know. How to
No. No.
My app is 6, so
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's by
Wow.
a lot. Why is my app 6? Alright, it's not Pendragon. Okay, so, no, it's me, Pike. I think I got, so I'm sobbing, and I was switched, I don't know what happened. I'm hysterical.
Hit him again.
Just slap him again for that performance. No Oscar nom for you.
Wow. Yeah, that's all I want to do. Like, get a hold of yourself. What's going on? I don't understand.
I don't know either, but I was switched. My body was switched.
Prove it. Tell me something that only Pike would know.
How much do you know about me?
I don't know.
Virtually nothing. name.
We know stuff
Okay, so
about the investigation.
I'm Detective Sergeant Wesley Pike. I was born in Bristol.
Yeah, I didn't even know that
have a
stuff.
glorious
Come on, tell me something
mustache.
about the investigation.
We're looking for what are we doing? I'm so dazed. I don't know what we're doing anymore.
What
We're
did you
looking.
say?
We're looking for we were looking. What, I mean, seriously.
Investigating the murder.
We're investigating the murder of Bidwell. Bidwell. I went to the dinner. He was murdered.
Oh yeah.
We're investigating it. The butler left with the fire poker. This is also in the newspaper.
I know, right?
My partner is Detective Trout.
Trout, huh?
Yeah.
Let's put that one together.
Sounds fishy.
Yeah, it does. I'm really awful. I can't even think of one thing to reveal about myself that would really be awful.
Interesting.
That anyone else would know about me. What? I can't reveal that about myself.
Okay. Then where did your body go?
That way, Pike. My body went that way. I'm in this body. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I punched the me constable in the head, which really hurts.
Yeah, that's smarty.
Yeah.
And then Pike went running, and then I went running the other way. I don't know what happened.
Interesting.
So you should go after him, or I mean, he's probably lost by now. With my body.
And I miss that mustache.
It's totally clean shaven. It's freaking me out. No. But seriously, like, Bidwell. I'm so sorry, you guys. I forgot about the murder.
Well, you did just have your mind
we
swapped.
went to the insane asylum. I was really getting in character. We went to the insane asylum, and we were all there. We were asking questions, and did you believe that it's me? So.
It's a little known fact that Bidwell had syphilis.
Bidwell had syphilis. Hume kept saying
Pike!
My God, Pike, it is you.
There you go.
It's the only time it can be said that syphilis saved the day.
Yeah.
All right,
good.
so.
We'd have to slap you again with my gun cane this time.
I don't know what's going
shoot you in the
on.
head.
So what do we do?
I don't know.
I couldn't catch up with you guys.
We need to go back to we need to go to Padma's shop or to Celestia. We need to let them know what's going on. I mean, now I could be accused of something that I never did. Now I'm beginning to think that maybe the butler had a soul swap. And he was accused of killing him when he really didn't. Because we found that body. We found the body. So now I'm thinking. I'm just talking out loud.
It's interesting. It's very interesting, though. I think we should get the group together, though.
Alright, pass your sheet down.
More
I gotta
of us.
modify some skills and attributes.
Mortify us. Modify. Whatever.
Thank you. I did roll up Robin Ward in case anyone else dies or goes insane as well.
Oh, very good.
Nice.
Very good.
Yeah, so I might end up playing Robin after all.
I could be at your shop, and we could be doing
We
cardamom
should have
together.
this. Jeez.
We'll be sitting together.
You barely kept it together there.
Yeah, it's only because you rolled a critical success on your sanity roll there.
Can I say what your note said?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so he says, he goes in there, he's like, okay, so your mind was swapped with the thing. I was like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, alright. Lose 6 sand, reduced to physical hysterics for 11 rounds.
Oh!
11 rounds?
But that's like the best possible scenario. So, because
That's
I'm
a
telling
lot.
you,
But that's I'm like,
the
we're gonna
constable
have
who's
11
inside the
rounds.
Chinese woman, he's never coming back.
No.
Really?
He's out to lunch.
Wait, Pike is no more?
No. I mean the constable.
Constable that you replaced.
Whose mind is now inside the Chinese woman, whose body you are now inhabiting.
Uh-huh.
His mind inside, is broken.
Wow.
It's broken.
Totally.
Oh, so I can't even get my
No,
body
because
back.
you
That's
guys
hard to keep up with.
already
It
passed the Chinese woman
Yeah.
who spoke with the constable's voice, and
Yeah.
there's no.
So I'm never gonna get my body back?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that
At least you haven't gone completely insane.
That-
'cause the constable.
yeah.
the constable's going to go completely.
Now
Wait a
I'm
second.
getting it.
Who's in
Who's
Who's in
his
Pike's body?
Or the old
No,
Chinese woman
the old
is in
Chinese
Pike's
woman.
body.
No.
Is that correct?
The Chinese woman is inside Pike's body.
However,
Whoever
we don't
was
even know
in
who
the-
that was.
Exactly.
Whoever was inside the Chinese woman's body is now inside Pike's body.
And
Right.
whoever was in the Chinese woman's body was in the butler's body.
That's your supposition?
Yeah, because
Okay.
we saw his body, remember?
Yes, I know.
Right?
Yes.
right?
Yeah, well, that's what
Yeah.
happened. I mean, I'm thinking that's what happened to Bidwell too, because he just went.
Exactly. Just completely.
But I'm thinking.
So that was-
Oh,
then
originally.
Bidwell
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
perhaps
yeah,
who we're
I agree.
actually chasing.
Bidwell, we may be chasing Bidwell.
Exactly.
So we're having this retcon discussion, wonderful, juicy conversation.
Yeah, we do a shortcut to the back of the.
David?
Wearing my shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it night when this
Should we go back
happened?
to
It
Bidwell's
was
This was
house?
afternoon.
Because if it
Afternoon,
is about
okay.
Bidwell, where would he go? Would he go back to his house?
You know, he's already been on the lam though.
Yeah.
For a while.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been in his house this whole time anyways, while he's been running as the butler.
But he may eventually go back to the scene of crime.
There had been something in the house. I feel like it wasn't Bidwell.
But it was someone who
Like
wanted to
something-
kill Bidwell.
During the seance, something entered Bidwell,
No, before that.
No.
or
But now I'm beginning to think maybe somebody wanted Bidwell dead. Someone wanted Bidwell dead, so they can do this mind swapping, and they swapped into his butler's body to kill Bidwell and then run off. And now he's switching bodies,
Oh,
or
okay.
she's switching
All right.
bodies to get away.
Well,
But didn't-
it might not even be that. I mean, because this was the first time they really messed with that cube for a
Exactly.
while.
The
wasn't
cube
it?
steals souls, right? Isn't that the thing about the cube? Is if you stare into the cube, it steals your soul.
The cube. Or
That's
the cube.
That's true.
There's that coin in the center of the cube, and if you look at that, you're toast.
it does something to you,
And then
Check your
Bidwell.
pockets. Do you have a cube?
I have a cube in my pocket.
Hey!
Guys,
There's no cube in your pocket.
Guys.
It's beeping.
No, not the window!
Ow! So yes, because he hadn't written in his journal for 5 years. I
Right.
thought there was something that had happened. Something went on there.
Well, he went to the insane asylum for like 5 years.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he was okay, right?
Quote unquote.
Right.
Yeah, but he
Well,
was.
he went to the coma and then he was.
The coma.
But something was occupying him during that time. And
Seemed
something
that
not
way.
really that didn't know how to function. And
Yes, exactly.
He said it was all,
But
So maybe
I'm
it was more
assuming
than
he
one.
Probably didn't have access to the cube at that time, so.
I know, that's another thing.
That's
He was
another
released
good
and then he
point.
but then remember, he found the cube again. And
Yes, he
was
did.
Like, oh, I found this cube. And
Right.
That was after he
So-
moved away from the
Okay,
insane
so basically your
asylum.
physical attributes changed, but your mental ones didn't. So you still have the same POW, intelligence, education,
Okay.
but your strength, con, size.
They're different
Math?
skills?
No, skills are the
Because
same.
the skills are me.
Skills are lame.
Okay, I'm gonna get some little here
Please do.
too.
Hey, 6 to an 11. That's pretty awesome.
yeah.
I
Congrats
know. I'm hotter now.
You are.
This might be good.
Your salary's probably lower.
That's true.
Sorry, we're gonna have to bump you down.
I have to
constable.
work back.
You look like a constable,
I have to
so
work back up to
Not
my.
until you grow a
to my
mustache.
other
Yeah,
thing,
work
yeah.
on that mustache and get back with us.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think. Yeah, I think that basically. Are you okay?
Yes.
What? Why are you laughing?
Because you. That's one of your trademark phrases.
What?
No, I think, yeah. Say it every night.
Really? Interesting.
let's translate that into Latin. That could be your motto.
That's my personal motto.
I think, yeah.
No, I think, yeah. It's like
Because-
you're agreeing with your
With myself.
process there.
Okay, so now I'm back
very,
to
very
being.
aware of it.
Thank you. I will
self-aware. You
not
want some?
say it ever again.
I said, do you want like a little plate?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. Like a little
Thanks
goodie.
for you.
Oh my god.
Okay. So,
Mm-hmm.
we are at Padma's shop,
Yep.
trying to figure this out.
Yeah, we
Am I
are.
there?
I don't know, are you?
I don't know.
We convened.
I think I was just at home.
I think we should like say send a messenger to pick you to tell you.
Okay. At some point, I really need to look in on my practice.
Maybe that's what you were doing.
So you were in the morning. Good afternoon.
Well, I have a specific. Like, I want to make sure that I really should name this secretary because that's a lot of a-
If you're gonna keep shuffling work up onto them.
Bartleby. Okay.
There you go.
I should. I really
That's a good
should.
secretary.
Yeah.
I would trust a Bartleby in your office.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
I really
you
need
wouldn't
to-
be lying to me as he's gone.
The long-suffering Bartleby.
A long-suffering Bartleby. Well, I need to remind him that even for referrals, we need to collect a fee.
Right.
That's.
Oh my god.
They're
Rude.
trusting the expertise of his recommendation.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
That costs money.
Wow.
And there's a curative effect to collecting the fee. So
Oh, really?
we need to- That's actually straight from Freud's mouth.
Oh,
But,
wow.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Makes me sad, but also makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh yeah, I believe that.
Oh, yeah.
From Freud.
No, I'm feeling better.
Yeah.
I'm glad Freud told me to go to see so-and-so. It's helping me feel a lot better.
Isn't it though?
Yes. Alright,
Okay.
so we were talking about all of this.
Yes.
I'm trying to
Putting
figure
the
out.
pieces together.
Yeah,
Exactly.
trying to.
Okay.
Put it into a frame.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then what?
Well, what are you going to do about, speaking of work, what are you going to do? Just take a few sick days?
Send a note.
Yeah, how are they gonna know? You think they'll believe it?
So right now, Inspector Pike is missing.
Who am I?
You
Wait.
are Constable Thomas Baker.
Do I know Baker?
Thomas Baker.
Mm-hmm.
I know him.
Oh.
Hiding.
Transcending the games.
Doctor Who.
So, do I know the constables?
Well, no, because this is actually a completely different.
Like,
London basically
Division,
has
right?
two. London actually has two police departments. There's the Metropolitan Police, which are the Bobbies, which is founded by Robert Keeler, and then there's the Criminal Investigation Division, which is a part of the London larger London, area, the Greater London area, and is
Right.
subordinate directly to the the national government, basically. So there's sort of like the city police, and then there's sort of the national police investigative force.
okay.
So you're actually in a completely different,
Oh,
bureaucracy, essentially.
I guess I could go in and explain that your health just won't allow you to come in.
thank you. Do I have my ID on me as Thomas Baker?
Oh yes.
So I
you
look-
have the uniform.
Oh, let's see who I am. This is who I am.
This is who you are.
I know nothing about him.
Smoking hot wife at home?
Yeah.
Make a
Oh,
luck roll.
based on some other things. I fail.
Oh, no.
You're single.
Or a really ugly nag.
That works for me.
No, that would have been a fumble.
That would have been, yeah.
Oh.
That's true.
So it's better to be single? Is that what it is?
And have an ugly nagging wife?
Yeah, I
So-
think so.
With 5 children?
My phone there.
Children. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Well,
My father fumbled some.
I don't even know. Well, does it say where I live? Does it say where I live on
Where
my
you
ID?
live? Yes, it does. You're in a lower middle class neighborhood.
And I have my keys on me? I have
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I guess I should go and check out my new life.
Of course, Thomas Baker wasn't a member of the Golden Dawn. But you could always audit it, I guess.
You guys feel about for me. I would be losing sand continually. I guess. I'm still hysterical, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know things about Golden Dawn. So they have to believe my story.
I'll have to talk to somebody about it.
Yeah. I'm not convinced, but I believe that you believe.
Right. That's right.
I'm getting so angry right now.
I bet.
I'm getting really mad.
I'm convinced.
Well, you...
I'd probably become convinced too.
Mhm.
We've spent all this time together already.
Because there might be some things that are
I
similar.
mean, we shot the eel together.
I know.
That-
Yeah.
That is memorable, and that's something that not a lot of
There you
people
go.
know about.
There you go.
So I believe you.
Okay,
I
thank
will
you.
vouch for you.
All right.
I think maybe after seeing the monster things come out of mouths and stuff, I could believe that.
Megan probably convinced the
Obviously,
EBI of
it's
that
syphilis.
too.
Everyone
Final stages.
Flying eel syphilis?
Oh,
Okay.
that reminds me of that bit in X-Men. Prove it's you. You're a dick.
All right, so
Major case.
so I'm gonna go to my home, I guess.
I guess I go to the yard and explain that
Pike is very ill.
Pike's very ill.
He
Very
may,
ill.
he may
That-
die.
He's just not himself.
Oh!
Not at liberty to discuss what it is, but it's very contagious.
And it could be fatal.
How are we
Possibly
gonna?
fatal.
That's actually. What are we gonna do about your body running around wreaking havoc and causing mischief?
We gotta find it.
Yeah. How do you find
How
it?
to find me?
Well, you would think that if you went to the constable's house,
The constable.
you might
Going
have
to my
found it.
place.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go to my place. Let's go to Pike's place.
Or he might go home.
What's this
Yeah,
crazy
I go home.
Demon thing?
Should we split into 2 groups?
Demon home.
Ooh.
No.
No? No?
No!
Never!
That's horror movie rule number 1.
Do not.
Well, I guess
do.
actually the first one is don't have sex.
Right.
The
That's
second
right.
one is don't split. into
Try not to be young and attractive.
All right, so let's go to Pike's.
All right. So you convene at Padma's that evening, and after kind of filling in all the blanks and ascertaining that this is indeed Pike inside the body of another person, you hail you have your own carriage. You take a carriage over to Pike's residence south of the river. And pulling up outside, you see the windows are dark. Doesn't appear to be anyone home.
Oh.
Okay. Where else would I go? As demon me. I can't think. I
Well,
have
maybe
no
we should
idea.
leave somebody.
We don't really
at
know
Pike's
what's in the
place.
body.
I'm gonna go to Pike's. I'm gonna stay at my place. I have to break in.
Yeah,
Wow.
break into your own house.
That's kind of neat.
Give me a locksmithing roll.
Well, actually, no. I have a key that I keep hidden somewhere.
Under
Only
your
I know.
doormat.
Of course you do.
Mhm.
All right, so you get it.
I go into my key. I go into my thing, and I have a story that I can tell if people are like, "Oh, you're not Pike."
Well, you still got your
Oh,
cop
Vickers.
uniform.
Oh, my maids.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you got
Oh.
Vickers.
Uh-oh.
They're the daytime staff.
But
though,
the lights
so
are out.
There's
I'm
no
gonna leave a
one
note
around.
on the front door.
There you go.
for that, or their little entrance,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
saying services not needed until further notice. Gone on a trip.
Wow. Sacked without any.
With
Yeah.
a no, with a little
I'd
bunny.
be willing to yeah,
The
front a
bunny.
little,
Okay, I'm
front a little money to.
You're jumping to
Pushing the
conclusions. Am I talking really slowly? Is that why you're doing that? Okay. So basically, I'll leave a little envelope with money
Yeah.
and
All right.
just lay low.
Okay. There are pictures of you on the wall.
Stroking your mustache.
Yeah. No, but I just don't know. I'm kind of thrown right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, my body is not me.
Are we waiting in the carriage while all this is happening?
Okay, so I'm
Oh,
gonna
he's having a
just
private
Shal.
moment with his mustache, probably.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna. Maybe I should stay with you guys.
Can I do something to try and calm her down?
Yeah. You give do a psychology roll.
Okay.
Since there's currently no
Oh
psycho
man,
analysis.
I'm nervous.
It's actually something I'm pretty good at.
Well, we'll see.
The only thing
Yeah.
besides offending people's wives.
Let's see. Psychology. I made it, but barely.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. So
I come back to the carriage. I sit down. I look crestfallen.
right. So during the ride back, you just you say a few words of comfort, and I don't know how the hell you would even get somebody to sort of
These
be
things happen.
okay with being in someone else's body, but yeah,
These things happen.
Yeah.
these things happen. Sometimes in our lives.
Sometimes in our lives we find
You
we switch
with another
bodies.
man's body.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Can we contact some of the upper order, inner order, to
that is a great idea.
Certainly can.
please get some advice? I think that this is probably not something that happens frequently. I'm pretty sure they will be able to shed some light, hopefully.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I suggest at the very least we contact Florence Farr since she is bosom buddies with our dear Celestia here.
I'll send a letter to
Yeah.
Mathers, but that won't be any immediate help.
Immediate, yeah. But
It's more for your own.
he is
keeping.
You would
high
believe what
rankers, though,
happened.
so
Yeah.
it's good to get
Fortunately, I was there.
And that's true. You were able to help.
Yeah. So I feel calmer because I mean this is just knowing that we're getting into we're
It's a
getting
great
into
adventure.
serious stuff. So it was bound to happen eventually.
And at least you
Indeed.
got an upgrade from a body.
Exactly. Which might be good for me.
It might.
It is mine.
maybe.
Now we are super sexist at this time, right? Maybe
Sure.
it's okay.
Well, yes and no, because you are Golden Dawn too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
By we, I mean society.
Society.
On an
Society
individual
is.
level, you can make a choice as to how you want to.
I'm gonna guess that you blame a lot of our reactions on hysteria.
Okay.
I choose to be extremely.
Well, this is Miles Hume talking.
Right.
Oh.
Just
You can count yourself lucky that you didn't switch bodies with a woman. I don't know.
Actually, I can
What-
say,
It's
like,
actually a good point.
yeah,
One-
dealing with your first period at the age of
28.
Yeah.
It'd be awful.
The wandering womb is a very difficult thing to treat. I see it all the time.
All right.
Wisteria is just not something I can handle.
I appreciate your opinion, Dr. Miller. I do.
All right. I
I
can't
can
hear that.
I can see your point. It could have been worse. Gotta chin up on that. So
So is there anything else the rest of you want to do this evening? I mean, you're dispatching letters to allies of various stripes.
Is my ally inside of the Golden Dawn?
He is. He's Barrage, Dr. Barrage. He's a holistic doctor. Fairly high rank. He's in the Inner Order. So
That could work. That'd be good too.
he's a proponent of free love.
is he?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Of course I know.
He looks like a walrus,
So am
though.
I.
So.
He looks like a walrus.
Yeah.
Like a blustery mustache.
Oh, I totally met
Mutton
Wallace
chops
the other
more.
day.
Mutton chops.
Yeah.
He has tusks.
No.
All right.
Just
Only
the
when
one.
he's about to feed.
Yeah.
He's a werewolf.
Wow.
I might
That's
contact him
badass.
and see if he's got any advice
All
Yeah.
right.
as well.
Yeah. Do that.
Very good. So letters are dispatched.
Maybe I'll try to look up Westcott again.
Right.
Oh, like go by
Okay.
his house?
Yeah.
After you were publicly snubbed?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I can't take it.
Actually, that should be that thing.
Yeah.
I can't take a hit.
Yeah, that's
Oh dear.
Okay, I'll go back to Westcott's house.
all right. Credit rating roll again.
So I'm staying with
This one I made.
Okay.
Did you make it by half of your credit rating?
This is where my poor math skills come in. Barely.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
So Westcott is home and he will receive you.
Okay.
So
Wow.
you are.
Yeah, I made it by 1 point under my credit rating.
So you are.
Yeah, there we go.
You're
Oh,
shown
good.
into a parlor
Oh,
with a big
wow.
marble fireplace
Show-
and
show
a
Bill.
private library and so forth.
That's our walrus man.
There you go. That's the man right there.
That's great. Oh, you pulled it up so quickly.
Can you send that photo so we can upload it? To the profile?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I can give it the old-fashioned treatment like I did for Pike.
Please.
Is
You're
that,
not,
is it
I'm
like,
proud of
is that, who is that?
Somebody that randomly started talking to my friend who's trying to grow the exact same mustache.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It's
wait
an
a
actual
minute.
person?
Wait a
I
minute.
saw it, like,
Yes.
again, like, slight glance. I was like, is that Justin?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's what he's going
he
for?
came over and started talking to Justin. That's the real picture. He's like,
Wow.
I like your mustache, man. And they
Oh my
started talking
God.
about mustaches.
Bet they
It
did.
was funny.
Wow.
It's a thing.
I want a mustache.
So,
Mustache fans are, you got their own
okay,
thing.
so you're shown into this
Okay.
parlor. Westcott is there.
Wow.
He's
can't believe
holding up a
he's-
copy of the Evening Times.
Letting
Oh
you-
yes, please come in.
I've been very worried about you, Dr. Westcott.
What?
I have to say I've been doing much better. I think
Well-
it was just perhaps some bad rarebit that I ate that
You
day.
should look after a man. I'm not sure that he gave you my card the other night.
Oh yes, I did get your card. I was indisposed that evening.
I see. First, so you're doing well then?
It still
Yes.
blames the
Okay,
I'm doing good, thank you.
let's talk about me. The Bidwell matter.
Yes.
First of all, I was there, and
Yes.
I was wondering, was there anything in the coroner's report, or anything that actually maybe didn't make it into the coroner's report that we should know about? It's become a matter of concern for some lesser colleagues of mine, and
Well, I personally examined the body, and I have to say I found nothing strange about his condition. He was clearly killed by a stab wound to the heart.
He seemed otherwise healthy. Showed signs of a recent bout of malnutrition, but he was recovering from that.
Okay. Well, there's this other matter. It's a small matter, but apparently Detective Pike has switched bodies with somebody else.
That's
That,
it.
what? Oh?
Did I just hear that correctly?
Switch bodies, you say?
Yes. I mean, this sort of thing happens, doesn't it?
I've heard of the phenomenon, yes, but I've never personally experienced. This is outrageous. This
Well,
is,
it's
fascinating. How's he holding up?
well, thanks to me, he's doing rather well. But I was wondering, maybe you would like to speak with the detective.
Absolutely.
Now, I have to prepare you. This is not going to be the Detective Pike that you know.
I see.
Did you even know me?
He's at the very least having the good decency to pretend that he knew you.
All right.
No, he knows all the members of at least the ISIS Urania Temple. I mean,
Oh.
All right.
Now, I forget, where did you end up staying? Ed? You didn't. Oh, you're back at your house.
Yeah.
Okay, well then let's away. Let's.
Yes, certainly. Yes.
I assume you have a carriage. I
Yes. Let me send around for my carriage. Yes.
don't. I misplaced my carriage.
So he begins, sending word out. Excuse me a moment, I have to go. Change. He was just in his ascot and robe. So he reappears 10 minutes later. He's got his frock coat on, his hat. You come out, get in the carriage, head over to Pike's residence. 2 gentlemen at the door for you.
I check. I peek out the side. Oh, hello, Dr. Hume. Please come in. Who is this gentleman?
Pike, are you familiar with Dr. Westcott?
You would.
Oh,
be,
yes, I am. Please come in. So
I,
I allow them to come in, and
So Westcott's looking at you, and
I wish I could be more hospitable, but I'm a little, just a little bit preoccupied right now.
this is just remarkable. So
Yes,
he,
I am Pike.
So he just
You
starts.
raised the mustache.
Yeah,
You raised the
I raised the mustache.
All right, sorry, just noticed it.
So
So I'm sitting down with them, and I try
so
to
he
go
begins
make tea.
he begins interviewing you, asking what happened, and so forth. Et cetera.
Well, I just remember when I had bodily contact with the person that was running away from me. That's when I think the switch happened, and then suddenly I saw my body running away from me.
I see.
And it was very strange.
That must have been terrible for you.
It was surreal. It still is. It's just happened. I don't really know.
Surreal? You just coined a term, sir.
It was super real.
Ah. So he says, "Well, this is
Super or super?
super real.
Super real.
I'm going to have to go home and look through some of my literature. If you don't mind, I would, at your earliest convenience, if you could come and see me. I would like to talk to you more, perhaps put you under hypnosis."
I can come over
Okay.
tomorrow morning.
We'll come over tomorrow.
Very
Doctor.
good. Very
Okay.
good. Yes.
Yes,
This is quite a...
yes,
Yes, awesome.
yes.
We'll be by.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. We're going to do... The Order will do everything it can to
Well,
make this experience not as dreadful as I'm sure it has been.
well, what we need to do is find out where Pike is.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, starting with
so
that.
we need to know.
I will put the word out tonight
Okay.
that all Order members should keep an eye out for your body
Mm-hmm.
and report it immediately if seen.
And if anything, this is actually a good thing because then we can maybe keep tabs on it. At least we know what body it's in right now.
Indeed.
But maybe
Well, for
maybe
now.
it's not.
No.
Yeah.
Not anymore,
Yeah.
maybe.
It transfers that easily, yeah.
Okay, so
Other strange bodies.
so you'll escort Westcott home, or
I'll escort Westcott home.
so he just talks about it the whole time. Oh, this is remarkable. I have to. I'm sure I've read about this in several of my tomes. I shall write a letter to Mathers immediately, I know he may want to come from Paris to talk to that poor man.
I've already written a letter to Mathers.
Oh, good.
Yes, and
Well, I shall write him as well.
we're good
and-
friends, Mathers and I.
Yes, as am I.
Yes.
Found in order with him.
He's a
Yeah. What was the concept?
How is your wife, Dr. Westcott?
Oh no.
What was the question?
Oh, what was the constable's last name?
Oh,
Tom.
Just checking.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to sleep. I'm just so exhausted at this point.
Yeah.
and so you actually sleep in a bit since Vickers isn't there to wake you.
I
However,
wake up thinking
your,
it's like a dream, like
yeah,
didn't really happen.
your
Then you're like, it's real.
Yeah. I don't have a mustache.
your morning edition of whichever paper it is you subscribe to is on the doorstep.
I'm gonna go pick it up.
Yeah, flipping through it.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Go ahead and give me a sand roll.
Oh,
I was
for
waiting.
heaven's sake. I fail.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, this may be the end of Pike.
So what is the what's the filmic technique where you zoom the camera as you're pulling the dolly back? What's that?
Dolly zoom.
Dolly zoom.
Yeah.
So,
There you go.
So imagine you're
Yeah.
reading the paper and then a dolly zoom as you see the headline: "Body of Scotland Yard Detective Sergeant found in Thames."
Oh.
Body of Inspector Wesley Pike was pulled out of the Thames early this morning.
Okay.
So
God.
you lose 13 sanity for that.
Oh.
Is that all?
How far do you have to drop before you're like
Well.
kind of useless?
Alright, I'm
Well-
at 18 sand.
So you were at 31 to begin with. So if you lose 20% of your current sanity in 1 game hour, and that was in that
That
case
was-
1 game fraction of a second,
Yeah.
then that is what's called indefinite insanity. What we had earlier was Pike losing 5 or more sanity in 1 go, which is and then making an idea roll, meaning he realized the terror and horror of what had happened. That's temporary insanity, which is just, it can be hysterics or it can be, any number of different sort of short-term...
Just your garden variety.
Short-term
Yeah.
freakouts, basically. But the indefinite insanity is the stuff you get committed for.
Okay.
So, yes, showing great character sheets.
So let's wrap this up. What happened?
Into the ether.
Yeah.
Pass down Robin Ward there.
The role I was born to play, baby.
You couldn't resist it. I'm thinking catatonia.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm wide with-
Catatonic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking
It's just too much. You checked out.
This... Doo-doo.
Like
So I
probably-
think I'm gonna go off into... Where am I gonna go?
I imagine Westcott didn't hear from you the following morning, sent someone for you, and they just found you rocking in fetal position.
Pretty much.
I was catatonic. Yeah, I was catatonic.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of what I would be thinking about in my catatonia, but probably nothing.
Probably just
Who
wake
can
up.
know?
Wake
Probably
up.
just fogginess.
Yeah, the tea kettle's whistling. It's almost
Yeah.
almost burned out or almost
Yeah.
evaporated all the water.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, I was going to come by. and
Oh,
get her
okay.
and take
So-
Okay, yeah.
All right. Well.
So you get a sanity roll for that then?
No.
No,
We-
I'm used to this sort
Yeah.
of
It
thing.
was inevitable. You were expecting as much.
His mind cracked sometime
Yeah.
in the night.
I cause it often enough.
So I'm gone. So
Well, I guess-
Pike is no more.
Yes.
I'll
Wow.
take her down to Bartleby and say, please arrange to send her to whatever that asylum was that we visited.
Yes.
Oh God, that one was horrible.
I would.
Albrook.
You would.
Albrook.
I would probably be willing to make sure you ended up somewhere nice.
Really, there is nowhere nice.
Yeah, well, that's probably the best one.
Wait a minute. Is that true?
Yeah.
I thought this was the golden era.
I have a-
Not for asylum.
Nice.
Yeah, I have a great book
Yeah.
that's just photographs of old asylums.
God.
And it's
It's not for another 30
Yeah.
years or so.
Okay.
That asylums actually start turning into like treatment centers as opposed to just a place
Housing.
you put someone
Yeah,
and
storage.
Then,
Yeah.
Arcades
Because
like
Waverly
an
started out
Amadeus,
really
like,
nice.
Yeah.
Like
sorry?
where there's
Waverly started out really
yeah.
nice.
Oh, yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of. I mean, that's the way it is with a lot of
Good
pictures.
intentions,
You, so you don't get bed sores.
Look at me with a stick through the bars, change my straw every day. That's what I'm thinking.
Basically.
I think that's very sweet of you.
All right. Well, Bartleby, give her some tea, and then give him some tea, and make sure he's well taken care of.
Indeed. Indeed. So, yes, Baker/Pike is packed off to Albrook.
Wow, that's the first character I've had that like went to. Well, I've been gone into other dimensions and but I've never actually gone into like an actual insane asylum.
Yeah, that's a classic Cthulhu fate for you there.
Oh, my first commitment.
My first commitment.
You've died of glowing fungus infections.
Yeah,
you've had-
yeah.
That's my worst.
Oh, that was horrible. Yeah, but that's pretty classic.
Understandably.
Okay, sorry, I just sad. All right, Robin Ward.
A moment of silence for Pike.
I know.
That's horrible. Sadly.
Well, Pike was gay, by the way.
Oh.
That was his big
That
secret.
was his big secret. No, but
Remember
he was.
we rolled that he hated something
Yeah.
like unconscionably.
Yeah.
So he hated the dandies and the fops like the
Yeah,
Oscar
the
Wildes
dandies.
because he was
He
this
was-
self-hating
Oh.
closeted.
Gay guy.
homosexual.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's good.
My favorite kind of character.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You saw that guy with the crushed velvet, and you
And
were
I
like,
got
I don't know about that.
You were just full of passion and jealousy.
I was.
Didn't get a chance to come out, unfortunately.
That wouldn't happen for well. So that was my secret. So I am a youngster.
Closed doors.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
Oh my god.
I am from Surrey. I am Robin Ward. I'm ready to push wheelchairs and cook for you.
This is my ward, Robin.
Exactly.
You can just call me Ward. Ward! Everyone's like, oh my god, that's so... No, actually, his last name's Ward.
Just a coincidence.
Just
And he's young,
happened.
so don't call him Mister yet.
No, I'm tough. I do
He's
push-ups.
the boy wonder.
I'm into being fit. I have to push around that wheelchair. He's really heavy.
Yeah, well, you're
2.5.
Good.
sizable. Sizable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled those up, so
Oh, thank
straight
you.
off the dice.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, I am ready.
What's your
I'll,
biggest skill?
My biggest skill looks like listen, which I have to always constantly be paying attention. That's pretty good, and my luck is and my ID is actually quite high.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
ready.
you're a sharp one.
I am. Sharp as attack.
I'll go to Westcott's and tell him that unfortunately
It's too late.
the Inspector Pike Baker's mind is gone.
So he, takes a moment. That is understandable. These sorts of things rarely, if ever, end.
I'm gonna ask him about the cube if he knows anything about this cube.
So you describe the cube. To him.
Yeah.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Can I do like a psychology roll to see if he's telling the truth?
I think it was a
You
very
must not know this. You are not yet ready.
I made my psychology roll.
Yeah, he's telling the truth.
Okay.
He seems genuinely puzzled.
It was an obscure cube from Australia. So
It's a very obscure cube.
says nobody.
Says Pike's ghost.
That'd be kind of funny.
Should be that'd be weird. All right. So where are we?
All right. So I'll leave him then, and I'll just. All right. Good day, Doctor.
Okay. And so for
I
the
look
rest
forward to joining the Inner Order. By the way.
Yes. My man will show you out.
Yes.
So for the rest of you guys, how are you spending Friday, the 1st of December?
Cold day.
The whole day.
I'm going to go look at the body of Pike, if possible, and see if there is anything in the pockets of his garments that he was found with, anything to lead us
Okay.
to the current horror that is still roaming free London streets.
So you meet with Inspector Trout.
Yes.
Oh,
He knows you as an associate of Pike's.
Right.
So,
Padma, you want to come with?
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
let me
Maggie and Lacey, yeah.
let me.
We're the first gag.
Yeah, seriously.
So is this thing the thing that committed the Ripper murders? Wasn't that the right timing? for
Yeah.
that?
Wait, no, wait.
Actually,
We're
was being-
1893.
Insinuated was that earlier
That was-
incidents had coincided with that period of time.
Yes. Bidwell had come back from Australia and then been committed to an asylum 5 months later, and during that window is when the Ripper murders occurred.
Right.
While he was
at large, yes.
Okay.
And you had determined he was a Mason.
That's right, because of the ring.
The ring. The ring.
So
Various
damnation.
things.
I know. Evil.
All right.
So now we go to Trout's.
So you're in Trout's office, and fixes you some tea. And, my condolences on the loss of our good friend Inspector Pike.
My teacup chatters on its.
Oh.
Yes, he was pulled from the river earlier this morning, about 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
They're
He left a beautiful corpse.
Not really.
Well,
really, no.
some chunks taken out.
Yeah.
And
Well, yeah.
Some pikes were feeding on their own that day.
Oh.
Too soon.
I don't think I don't think it pikes in the Thames, actually.
Yes.
So he says, we're awaiting the full coroner's inquest, which should be tomorrow. But preliminarily, we believe he was poisoned.
Poisoned. This is a bit of a shock.
Showed signs of poisoning.
And would we be able to view his effects?
Certainly. If you'll just wait here. So he leaves. He's gone about 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Comes back with a little cardboard box.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Opens it up. There's his badge, his revolver.
His mustache.
Stop.
No.
Stop.
It was fake.
That's so damn funny.
It's just sitting there.
Slightly damp.
That's moist.
No.
There's water beaded up on it.
I
No.
imagine it being in a case.
Oh.
There's a velvet mustache case.
Yes.
Velvet lined.
Oh my god. It's rude. Horrible.
But no, there's his badge, his revolver, some spare change. That's about it.
That's
Pictures
There's
of any
no
pictures of men.
There's no
bathing.
there's a muscle man. Like Victorian style with like the
Right, with the bathing suit on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the straight.
Bronze.
and the dumbbells and spherical weights on them.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
Should probably go to his apartment
No.
and check that
No,
out.
Those
you don't
aren't
wanna go
there.
to his apartment.
No, you don't want to go there.
Oh, okay.
No.
Things that
Let's
Okey-dokey.
do not.
your man was hiding for you.
Yes.
All right,
It's
so
like
there's...
that. That's like that joke Medic Alert bracelet that says "Delete my internet history."
Yeah. That's great.
See, the smart people just have it auto delete.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I know, seriously.
Well, of course. The dead man's
You
switch.
never know, though.
So yeah, I mean the gun was not fired.
His shoes? What's on his shoes? Make some shit up, David.
No, I'm thinking what would be on his shoes.
Yeah.
I think
His shoes were relatively clean.
That's
No.
weird.
Yeah.
That seems
Well,
strange.
he was found in a river.
He was dumped in a river. Oh, that's
I'm
true.
gonna say, I'm pretty sure most of the
That's
evidence
true.
would have
Well,
been washed away.
So is Westcott going to be doing the?
Definitely.
He's going to be doing the autopsy.
Right.
I wonder if I could go back and ask him if I could sit in on that.
Ooh.
Oh,
Give me a
wow.
credit rating roll
Look
at
at
1
you.
quarter.
That
One
is
credit
intense. That's intense to see
Okay.
like an associate cut open like their body. He's a medical professional.
No, I failed.
Okay.
I failed quite miserably.
rating. Yeah, you're stonewalled on that one.
Fair.
Your lips are moving, but nothing's coming out.
Oh, you're still here.
It's the breeze.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well,
So-
Padma, that was inconclusive, but he may have been poisoned, and that was interesting. Murdered.
Suicide,
Especially-
kind of, sort of.
Suicide.
No, but technically
perhaps.
murder.
Well,
If he was not himself,
no, he was not.
He
under
murdered.
what circumstances would he been able to have been slipped poison?
And why?
Would this out of character? Would the soul take poison to kill the body off if it was gonna latch into some other body to get rid of the other one to jump into the next one?
Yeah, like is it
Yeah.
even
As a final act.
the
before
old Chinese
killing?
woman in the
Well, it had to know. I mean, that people were going to look for this body.
Right.
Had to
Good
get rid of
point.
it as soon as possible.
Like a stolen
He's
car.
killing-
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's killing the body. Yeah, like
It's
maybe
just
that's what
burning the
happened.
car after you steal it.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's why the butler guy, Hanson or whatever his name was, killed
Right.
Bidwell.
Oh dear.
He jumped bodies and then killed.
So how are we ever going to figure out where the soul?
I
That-
despair of solving
So it
this.
had to have been
Well,
Bidwell,
I think
thinking.
eventually they'll just start I mean, if this thing was responsible for the Ripper murders, it's just going to start doing something.
Might.
Piling up.
Yeah, we're just going to.
Do you think it'd be as messy as it was before?
Well, considering the body count at its current
Yeah.
stand,
That's true.
that's like
Yes.
5-6 people in
Very good point.
a couple of days.
My experience is that people rarely get less crazy as time goes by.
Let's just wait it out and see if they get less crazy.
Now that's crazy.
A lot of people have tried that tactic. It doesn't work. Yeah.
No. All right.
So aside from
I just think we'd get smarter, like smarter about what it's doing, not as
sneakier at
yeah,
least.
exactly.
No.
That's what I'm talking about.
In that case, do we simply wait for things to pop up in the newspapers? Or, I mean,
Play
where
the
else
waiting
would we
game.
go?
Well, we could go to Whitechapel and
Nose
lurk
around.
about.
You perhaps could.
Sure.
You'll blend right in.
I heard tell of there being some young boy, 16 years old, very strong, who could do this sort of thing.
Yes, we could
Well,
perhaps put on a disguise and go amongst.
What do you think?
just wheeling around Oswald's machine.
Yeah, do you want me to go?
Yeah, try it. Go for it.
Okay. What am I doing? I don't even know where I'm
I don't
going.
even know what I just said.
Well, yeah, you should totally do it.
Yeah, I don't know. He says things. It's
Yeah,
like,
should I
yeah,
kill
stop it.
myself? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Go for it, man.
Well, as you two are at your place discussing your options, a courier arrives at the door. Yes, indeed.
Oh, I open the door.
Yes. Wood!
So message for Mr. Oswald Finnegan. Hands you an envelope.
Okay, just 1 second.
One
I
moment.
take the book, give it to you.
This is the interlude of you walking to
Yes.
give him the book.
Right.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Do your business.
You tell the courier to do his business.
Yes.
The cops is
Cops a
fine.
squad outside. Alright, so.
No, he would continue going about currying.
Oh yeah.
Do your business, please. I hand the book to you.
Envelope.
Envelope. Oh my god, this is really exciting. Here you go.
Oh, posh, I don't have time for it. Read it to me out loud.
Oh!
Nice. All right, so it's just a simple handwritten note to Oswald from Inspector Trout, saying that another body has been discovered,
Oh.
and that he would like your consulting expertise.
Let's go.
Yes! Alright, so we're off.
All right. So this would have happened a little later in the afternoon. Is there anything else the rest of you have been doing during the day?
Go
I've been
check in.
panicking.
I probably, would be freaking out a little bit.
Quietly panicking.
Yep.
I do think I need to go check in on my practice. I get scared
Yeah.
that someday,
Doing your practice,
yeah, I'm gonna, these 1,100-pound amuli are gonna.
Yeah, you gotta
Start showing
keep
up.
that maintained for sure. Yeah.
I'm stalking around.
Okay.
Alright, so we're going off.
All right, so Finnegan and Ward off to
Trout.
the Limehouse Basin of the Regent's Canal. So it is sort of where you were intending to go.
Yeah.
So of course, it's being December, it gets dark around 4, I would think, maybe
Yeah.
earlier.
Yep.
So it's the darkness is already gathered, and a light fog has settled over the city. You make your way down to the Limehouse Basin. This is basically down at the shipyards.
Okay.
Okay, so there's piers and giant cranes and
Where's the shipyard in relation to Chinatown?
east of Chinatown, but they're in the same general area,
So close.
close by.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So you make your way down there, and you were given a pier number to meet Trout at. So you debark from your coach there, and I'll need idea rolls from both of you.
Okay.
Hells yeah. Okay, pass.
Okay. So as Ward is wheeling you out onto this pier, you get a bad feeling about the whole situation
Bad
because
feeling about this ward.
Do you?
because there's no one here and there's no sign of any police activity.
My God.
Uh-oh. We may have been led into a trap, Ward.
Alright, well,
Just as you say that, some figures begin to emerge from the fog.
Oh my god!
Go get him, more.
Backwards one. Backwards.
Exactly.
You're in your chair brandishing your sword cane.
Ooh,
Or
with
your
gun
gun
cane,
cane.
please.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright,
I whip it out.
okay.
Okay.
I don't have any
Yes.
weapons. I'm ready to direct you in
Turn
any
it.
direction.
Left.
Like
no,
a
right,
gun turret.
left, the other left.
Wait, didn't you say that you were military man?
Yeah.
Navy? Should you do like the starboard and
Yeah.
Forward, starboard. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Starboard port.
okay, I'm sorry.
Duck blossom. All right, so out of the fog emerge at least a dozen Chinese men, all bearing clubs, cleavers,
Wow.
3-section staffs, that sort of thing.
I've had this character for 10 minutes.
Actually, I think it's been less
Are
than
you,
that.
are you gonna kill me already?
Well, what do you do?
Jesus Christ.
What do you want? I'm gonna yell that.
Yeah, okay.
All
I'm
right,
there.
so
I'm stalwart. I'm holding on to that chair.
they're just advancing on you menacingly.
They're gonna
It
kill
looks
us.
like they mean to do you extreme bodily harm.
We didn't come here for a fight. We're looking for someone.
They're not saying anything.
Yeah.
Alright.
Back
Damn it.
away slowly. Back
Okay.
away slowly.
Okay, so we're gonna go the other direction. Yeah.
All right. Well, of course, they're coming out in a way so as to sort of cut you off.
Oh,
You're on the
no.
pier.
Warning shot over their heads?
Yeah.
Warning shot into their heads.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't waste a bullet.
It
Kill
is
one of
just
them.
Chinese
I know.
people. So.
That's true.
Oh, spirit of
One
time.
Englishman is worth 15 of their lives.
In 800, it's 1800, yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
so let's
Shall we
let's
shoot
shoot
away?
Yeah, let's go.
Alright.
Alright, I'm shooting at... Is there anyone in particular that stands out?
Let's see. Well, like I say, there's some with knives, some with swords, some with cleavers, some with staves.
And they're behind us too, trying to keep us from...
They're sort of coming at you like you were kind of out onto the pier, and they're kind of coming out in a way to sort of cut you off, basically.
From the pier?
Well, no, from the street side of the pier.
From getting back onto the...
From where we were,
Exactly,
basically.
Exactly.
Is
It's a
there a
big
dinghy you
Shoot.
can jump in?
I'm gonna shoot my way
Yeah.
off of this pier.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
I'll brace the chair.
So give me a shooting roll there, whatever your skill is at your gun cane.
Gun cane. So, am I rolling these double?
Yeah, percentile.
Pass.
Sweet. Okay.
Okay. Let's see if they have a dodge or not here.
Is it double barreled or
Yeah.
just like a single barrel?
Double barrel gun.
Yeah.
All right. So you hit him. So go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
Damage.
What's the
I
damage?
haven't used it yet, so I don't know. 1d4.
Okay.
Wait, that's my damage bonus.
Yeah. No.
That's it?
What's the
For
damage
this
on the
gun cane, let me see here.
So tense.
I know.
I haven't rolled it yet, but I don't know what's going
And how many did you say there are?
At least a dozen.
At least a dozen.
Insurmountable
Hard to
odds.
tell in the fog.
Yeah.
It's insurmountable.
Yeah.
Trap.
You got set up. There we go. Okay.
I mean, I guess if there were a leader and you were to kill him.
Right.
The leader
That's
guy.
what you're hoping
That's
for,
what-
but
that's
there's
what I
nobody.
thought.
Yeah.
But no, they're.
I'm just gonna have to shoot my way off of the pier here. Run like hell.
Okay, it's going to be a D8 damage.
Roll like hell.
Nice.
D8, so 2d4.
Sweet.
6.
Nice.
Whoa.
Did you roll 2d4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's actually just 1d8.
Yeah, but he rolled to
And
the.
that changes the curve. It just has to be a D8.
What's the worst D8?
That one.
There you go.
4. You
Alright.
happy?
Ha!
Oh
I
god.
have no idea.
This is too high for him. We want to go lower.
Alrighty, so
That's how he rolls.
Yeah. That's how he rolls.
so you fire your gun cane. The report is loud in the fog. You wing one of the guys. You know, you see some blood.
Okay.
This actually just seems to encourage them, and they all start rushing you.
Of course.
Alright, so we gotta run. We gotta get out of there.
Well, hold on 1 second here. What is your dexterity there, Ward?
My dex is 11.
Okay. So, as you're preparing to run, as these guys are closing in on you, a couple more gunshots ring out from behind them.
Oh.
Ah.
It's,
Wow. Someone's gonna save us, kind of.
Or some
not if
for
I keep rolling like
themselves.
this.
Exactly.
Okay, so
It at least might distract them.
ooh.
Yeah.
All right, so you see one of the thugs' heads just sort of vaporize about a quarter, kind of pulverizes with the impact of a bullet.
Sweet.
And out of the fog, you do see a man emerge with 38 revolvers in both hands, and a scarf over his mouth, and a hat pulled down low, so you can't really see who it is. But he's coming in both barrels blazing.
I'm
Basically.
feeling I know who this is.
What kind of a hat?
No, just a bowler hat.
With the scarf pulled up over his face? Oh, interesting.
Right, so we shoot again. Can we...
Okay, so you're dexterity 11, so you can go next. What do you want to do?
I don't have a gun or anything. I have nothing.
Right. Do you want to push him into the river?
Yeah,
Push
and
me
then
into
run.
push me into the river or push me through. Let's see if we can get
Do you want to
through.
push? Do you want to go through? Well, whatever you need, I'll do it.
Well,
You
you
wanna
know,
go through?
he could always like swing
Yeah, we should
madly
try
and have you
barreling
mow
through
through
it.
them.
So barrel through toward the gun-toting maniac.
Okay, sure.
So
He's not shooting at us. He's shooting at the Chinese Chinaman.
right.
That you think.
Alright, so
Okay. Give me. Well, no, you're just pushing him forward, so that's fine. You don't need to roll for that.
push through
Yes.
as fast as I can.
Yes. All right. So that'll bring up the thugs. Let's see here.
Yeah.
You're pushing me into them, you fool!
That's what you told me to do.
Ooh. Oh, that's not good.
Oh god.
Okay.
You don't want to hear that from behind the screen.
No.
No, you don't.
All right. So I got a critical success on a machete.
Oh.
Uh,
Hell.
Or lost an arm.
oh no, this is aimed at Oswald.
That was my push it on.
So Oswald, you lose 8 hit points.
Ooh. Owie,
You know though, if they hit you in the legs, it's not gonna be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Good point.
His legs do still work to a certain extent.
Well,
I lost how
well,
many?
More.
Eight hit points.
Okay.
Yeah, not
Wow.
3. Okay.
You're down to 3. Okay, so give me a Constitution times 5 roll, please.
Constitution times 5.
Oh my god, the really intense music
yeah.
is not
Yeah.
helping right now.
Wow, I feel that.
Oh.
Feel that. So you are knocked unconscious from shock.
I'm still pushing him through.
Yeah.
Makes them in a chair.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Just had to carry you.
A 3-section staff is swung at your head.
Whoa.
Okay. Great.
Here.
Dodge it, dodge it.
That's
You're like,
I
whoa,
got a
I
miss.
just-
you say go forward.
Oh,
It's a
thank
miss,
god,
so-
thank god.
Alright, so I keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
All right.
Oh my
So we would have had Oswald up next, but he's unconscious.
Right.
Uh-oh.
All right. So then our gun-toting maniac
Mm-hmm.
is going to fire. Oh wow! So one of his guns jams. Great.
Who is this guy that you created? Give us false hope.
That laugh.
that laugh.
I
That
know.
laugh.
I know. It'll haunt your dreams.
I've been told I have an evil GM laugh. I can't help it.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So he downs another one with his good gun.
Okay.
So now you're down to like 10.
Yeah. Good. Going good.
10 and
And
Some
us
conscious.
guys. Yeah, and I'm
Okay. So at this point, I'll need a Dex times 5 roll to not get all tripped up on the guys you're bowling through.
I make it 7.
Okay. Excellent. You
Robin
rolled a
comes
7?
through.
You rolled
yes,
a 0,
I,
7?
Yes, I did.
Oh wow. What's your Dex times 5?
It's 55.
Okay, so that's critical.
Yes.
All right, so you just like kind of weave between a couple of them. You don't even hit any. You know.
Twice my wood.
I like run
Mess.
back to jump one that's fallen down.
Oswald's sitting there with a machete in his neck, but it's okay because
Hey, you really ought to give him a raise. Don't you think?
Yeah. Maybe adopt me.
Yeah.
Make it official.
Oh, you wish.
Sir, before I pull the machete up, we should discuss my salary.
I owe you a
I
coat.
want to be your heir.
I've never had a coat. You never let me.
Yeah. Woo.
You may now have coats. All right, so a couple of them are armed with little Chinese crossbows. So one of them takes a shot at you.
Oh dear.
Really close.
That's a hit. So, Lord, you lose 5 hit points.
Oh my god, where did he get me?
Fortunately, you're a tank, so you're okay.
Well,
He
yeah.
got you on the torso, just regular torso. So yeah, you've got a little
My kidney.
crossbow bolt sticking out of your back,
Okay,
I think it's
I
fleshy.
only need
Yeah,
one.
it is.
and then they're gonna fire at the gun-toting maniac as well. And a hit to his hand.
Drops one gun.
Yeah, he drops his. Well, let's see if it's a good gun or a bad gun.
Oh god.
He dropped his good gun.
All right.
What's the point of this guy?
All right, so
I'm a little touchy.
At
Point of view.
least it's one more person they're shooting at besides
Right,
you.
it's like a minute.
That's true.
You suck at your job. You suck at being a proto superhero.
so yeah, he drops one of the guns. The bolt's actually through his hand. But he you hear him call out, "This way!"
Okay,
And
so
he
I
runs
follow.
off.
I follow.
All right. So he takes off at speed. He's not really waiting for you. He's
Right.
just- he's
No,
just
I'm
looking at it.
barreling after him.
All right. So let's see. So your strength plus your con plus your dodge is
50. Wait. It's 52.
okay. So make
Wait,
a
no,
roll.
I'm sorry.
Was your dodge?
No. 72.
72.
Apologies, 72. Yes.
Okay, make a roll against that. Your dice have betrayed you, have they?
At the critical moment.
I rolled 100.
Oh, 3 zeros in a row.
Oh, wow.
Well, I just rolled a 99 for them.
Oh,
So
Really?
It sounds like maybe one of your wheels popped off, but they
Yeah,
But it hit them.
I'm gonna say that basically the wheelchair hit a pothole and just did an end over and sent Oswald flying.
Does that do more damage to him with the machete? in it?
No, it doesn't. He doesn't actually have a machete in his neck.
Oh, well,
But
that's
but you're obliged to pick him up and carry him. However, since I rolled a 99 for them, I'm going to say they've lost you in the fog.
okay.
So you can hear them shouting. You can hear the clank of the cleavers and the machetes and so forth. But
also it's true. If you went down, then
yeah,
Then you
into
just
the
kinda
fog.
disappear.
Yeah, I mean they're. Yeah, and the guy had sort of led you down like a narrow side alley between two
So-
warehouses. So
Alright, so I have fireman carry. Lift him
firemen
up.
carry him out of there.
gosh,
Yeah.
that's sad.
Make a new wheelchair.
and now it's really sad music.
Yes, it
This is
is.
making
It's
it
like
so much
disappearing
worse.
out into the
Yeah.
fog kind of music.
Yeah,
The
it
wheel
is.
spinning in the darkness.
Nice.
Well done.
To be continued.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Oh, we're continuing.
Oh,
So,
okay, moving on.
Please don't leave it there.
yeah, exactly. No. So, yeah, that you survived. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Did they catch up to their masked mystery sort of almost?
He's gone.
He's gone?
Alright,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna head
He
back
hopped a
to
wall
our-
somewhere, probably.
So look for somebody with a bandaged hand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
But
perhaps
we
a
don't even
stylish
know
bowler
about
hat.
this.
gloves. Alright, so
Yeah.
off
So
we go.
what's up, Ward? You gonna take him to
I'm
the hospital?
taking him. Yeah, I'm taking him to the hospital.
He's sick. Take him to the
Sick.
hospital.
I don't feel
I
well.
don't
Dress
feel-
your gimp with
Yes,
your gimp's wounds.
indeed. Off we go.
So, well, very good. So Oswald at the hospital, they restore 3 hit points with their competent treatment.
Excellent.
Not sure what hospital.
Oh, there's a lot of vegetables.
Hey, what about my injuries?
I hate so many vegetables.
Well, if you're gonna
Oh,
gorge
yeah.
yourself, at least with some vegetables, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh god, so much broccoli. Body
2 hit
hates me
points.
right now.
Yeah, exactly. Can't breathe.
Alright,
All right.
so in the hospital with Mr. Finnegan. That's where I am.
Okay. So, as far as the rest of you know, nothing untoward has happened.
That's right. We don't know anything about this.
You are at St. Bartholomew's Hospital,
Okay, I'm gonna send a message. I'm gonna send
known
a.
popularly as Bart's, affiliated with the University of London.
I'm
Oh.
gonna send a message to everybody, letting them know what happened.
Okay.
I'll go to the hospital immediately.
Second that.
This is horror. Horror.
Okay. So you're all gathered around Finnegan's bed in a
Somebody
large
asked
ward.
if anybody's come in with an injured hand.
When you regain consciousness,
Yes.
you tell
They all
thing you
show up
say.
and I'm like, oh, what? Huh? What?
Injured hand!
Dad, somebody!
Your hands are fine.
What are you talking about?
It's
The
okay.
morphine's kicked in already.
It's working.
Well, excellent. I see they've done medicine.
Yeah, you got like a big bandage.
Alright.
Yes, they have. No need to look at it, sir.
Are you
There's
sure?
no more that can be done.
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine.
No more that can be done.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh dear.
Oh dear God.
All right. So you guys want to ask around about the injured hand?
Yes.
Seems sensible.
Okay.
Do I know any doctors here?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, it's affiliated with the medical school, so.
Well, I went to King's College of London.
Oh, they went to King's College. All right. Well, you know of some of them, yeah.
Okay.
In a sort of colleague sense.
Sort of colleague sense, okay. Their wives only sort of like dislike me.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
There's-
Okay.
yeah.
Like, I don't want you to hang out with that Hume character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No lies.
So,
Bad taste in my mouth.
That hair. All right. Well, I will. I'll ask around to the people that I know of. I guess.
okay. No reports of any injured hands coming in.
It sounds like a minor enough injury. He probably
Yeah.
would have kept it to himself.
Switched it up himself.
Well, I'll ask him to let me know if that happens. Anything unusual at all that's showing up? Any, dead prostitutes, anything like that?
Always dead prostitutes.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Honestly,
More than usual,
Yeah.
or dead
Anything-
prostitutes than usual.
Mr. Finnegan's injury
Extreme.
was definitely the most noteworthy case we've treated tonight.
Okay. Who would know they would be there? That's who the guy is.
Who
Who would know that they would be at the dock?
Okay, well, Trout.
Trout. So that was
But
Trout.
the thing is, who knows that Trout actually sent it?
Yeah. Maybe Trout didn't.
Well, could you recognize his handwriting?
Oh, yeah, what
Let's
about
go visit
That's a good
Trout and see
question.
what his hand looks like.
Yeah.
Do I have the note? I have the note in my pocket.
You have the note, yes.
Could show it to everybody. Did anybody here would know?
No,
I think
no,
Pike would have been the only
Pike
one who
would
would
have
have
been.
known.
Go.
He's in the train for Holsworth as we speak.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Sad.
Very
All right,
sad. It's
so
horrible.
we have to see if Trout is okay. I have an idea, guys.
Yes.
Maybe.
Wait a minute, who are you?
I'm
Ward.
Robin.
He's
I'm
been here the whole
speak.
time just as a strangely
Yeah.
mute NPC.
Yeah.
He's now suddenly much more
This is my
rude.
right hand ward. I mean, my right hand man.
Yes.
Ward.
Word.
So I have an idea. How
Sorry.
about
Still a little out of it.
maybe Trout is maybe there's something, maybe somebody hurt Trout or forced him to write that letter, or we
Maybe
should
that
check in
thing's
to see
inside
if
of
he's
Trout.
okay.
Pardon?
Maybe that thing's inside of Trout.
I love it.
Could
Let's
be.
go check it out.
Yeah.
Let's go hit up Trout.
Okay.
Can I go get my shotgun before I do this?
Oh my god.
Yes. Good
At
idea.
this point,
That's fine.
Okay.
yeah.
We're going to make sure the weapons are loaded before we go anywhere.
Always.
I'll try to,
He's
as,
probably still on duty.
as inconspicuously as possible, I'll go into Scotland Yard carrying a 20-gauge shotgun.
Just hide it in your trouser leg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just,
Yeah, you got your frock coat. It's all
Duster
Okay.
or something.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you're only a few years past Tombstone here.
We could do that.
and in
Alright.
the UK.
Well,
And
if
in-
you're
No,
not a
whatever.
fop too, your pants won't be that tight.
Right.
Okay,
That's true.
I'm not foppish.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, Trout is still on duty, and whoever wants to make a credit rating roll, get in to see him.
You should do
Oh,
that.
I have
You
the
get a
highest.
huge
I'll try.
credit rating.
I have
Oh, you
75.
can get credit.
Mine is 85.
Oh well.
Oh, okay.
Well, go for it now.
I don't have any dice.
Oh, for goodness sake. She hasn't rolled once tonight.
Oh my god! That's not a good.
No,
That's not a good.
that's not
That's
good.
not good.
82.
And out of
Sweet.
85?
Yes,
Nice.
make it.
So you get a lot of cheek and gut
Probably
from the
because
front
I'm a
desk
woman.
person.
I'm a
Yeah,
small mixed race
you're a small
woman.
dark woman, and but you sort of you drop Pike's name. You know, well, we're associates of Inspector Pike, and my father's very rich, and
Yeah, exactly. Give me what I
Ridiculously
want.
So,
Yes.
million.
so he's I'll go see if he's available. So you wait about a half hour out in the front.
Wow.
You know. front
Did they at
waiting
least offer
area.
some tea? Goodness.
No,
No
Very
tea.
rude.
just left to wait.
Very rude indeed.
But eventually Trout does come out. He looks pretty tired.
Does
you
he now?
Yeah, he's been working on Pike's case all day.
Mhm.
How are his hands?
Unbandaged and unwounded.
Okay.
I'm not surprised by that though.
So he looks tired.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Can
tell him
anyone
what
else
happened.
account for if he's been in the office all day?
Probably. Do you ask him?
Sorry, can you say that slightly louder and slower slowly? I
I said probably, but do you ask him that?
wouldn't ask him that. I would probably ask if anyone else can account for his having been there all day.
You would have to have access to other people then in the department, basically.
I think.
I'll
Nobody around while we're waiting.
Yeah, whoever I asked, I probably would have asked.
While you're waiting,
Yeah.
like, oh, has Inspector Trout been here today?
Yeah, has he been in it?
Oh, you call her a couple CID, people coming.
Was Trout
coming,
still
going.
there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he's just right in front of us tired. I'm saying, like, in
Okay.
probably the half
Before
hour he's
then,
been
yeah,
there,
you-
we've pulled someone aside
Okay.
and asked
Yeah.
if he's been in all day.
Oh, as far as I know, he's been in his office all day. Yeah.
So now he's appeared.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, yes. Sorry to say there have been no further developments with Pike's murder. If that's what you're checking up on.
Now, have you heard you might have called... Is it Inspector or Detective?
Detective.
Now, did you have any reason to call Detective Finnegan and his young ward, to the
Young
docks
ward.
this evening?
You're stuttering, woman.
Certainly not. That's
Can
no
we hand
place.
him the note?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Proof of his
So
impersonation.
he looks at the note. And my goodness, this isn't my hand.
Okay. Indeed, it isn't.
No.
I don't think not.
Can I do a psychology
I'm at
roll
the
to see if
hospital
he's
still.
being honest?
Go for it.
Okay.
You're down at the hospital.
I'm at the hospital.
Okay.
You
Oh,
can leave
I
us.
massively failed it. 98%.
Okay.
Ooh, you're pretty sure he's lying.
Oh, I.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You sir have syphilis.
Look
Default
at
mode.
Sir, I have to tell you I'm a professional. I know when someone is not being forthcoming with me, and you, sir, are hiding something.
Oh,
Oh dear.
oh dear.
And what would that be, sir?
I don't know, you're hiding it.
He reaches in his pocket and he produces a lunch order that he had filled out, for his lunch
Oh, proof.
in his hand, and he says, "You can see there, that is my handwriting," and it doesn't look a bit like the note.
Would you be willing to come with me to my office?
Certainly not.
That's not what you're asking if he can feel his head.
You're under arrest.
Yes.
We do.
Okay. Okay. Well, I can understand if the stress of losing Pike
Right.
has driven you to
Also your handwriting?
some behavior that you wouldn't ordinarily engage in. And I want to remind you that secrets are a terrible burden.
Oh my
They are.
gosh.
It's my profession to suss
He's
out
an
secrets.
inspector, yeah.
Oh, geez, it's just awful.
Good day, sir.
Good night, too.
Come, doctor, let's away.
Yes.
Yes,
You're like dragging him out.
Yeah, no,
I'd probably say that you should maybe come down if Finnegan is
such a
feeling
terribly
better and
inappropriate man.
maybe speak with him about what happened.
Absolutely.
Because
I
I'm
will.
sure this is pertinent to the
I,
case at hand, which
yes.
is now his.
Clearly, there's something going on here, and I shall visit Finnegan in the morning.
Attempted murder, at least one at the
Very
jury.
least, indeed.
Alright, well.
Plus, people should probably go check out. I mean, there's a bunch of dead Chinese guys down at the docks.
Yeah.
That might be a big deal right now.
It might be. We'll send some of the Metropolitan Police around to check up on that.
So, is there only how many hospitals are there in London?
Good question.
Ding dong.
I think there's going to be
My girlfriend's getting ready for the GRE. She's like, could you not come back until 10?
Thanks.
Thanks, sweetie.
I need the quiet.
Sonic.
Let's see if something else is listed here. There's just the one listed. So I'm gonna
So
say
there's
that's
just,
the main-
for the purposes of the game, there's just
yeah,
one.
there's
Okay.
the main one.
So if somebody does come by, they're going to come by that hospital.
Right, exactly.
But who knows? if
Have
that
we
ever
received
even do that.
any word back from our letters that we sent out?
I would assume that at the very least Florence would.
Somebody's written back,
Mhm.
perchance?
You sent those out about 24 hours ago,
Maybe, yeah.
and
Feels
what,
longer.
so
Does,
what was
doesn't
the content? What was the content of the letter? You were just looking. for-
Help! Pike has been...
Mind switched.
I'm sure they've heard by now that he's been.
The Michael
Found in the
phenomenon, or
tons.
whatever.
Yeah.
Transubstantiation of souls!
There we go.
So you've heard back from Florence.
Anything?
You've heard back from Westcott. They're scheduling a special meeting of the Dawn
All right.
for Sunday night.
So
Sunday night.
She hears back from Westcott.
No, you heard back.
Oh, I
from
heard back from Westcott.
You heard
Okay.
back from Flora.
Okay.
Any word from DEDI since he's the one who hooked up this crazy little misadventure?
Was he behind this one? He wasn't behind this
No, we just got
This one.
invitations from Bidwell.
That's true. Well, mostly he's the one
pulled-
who kind of got
he
us all
pulled
together in the
strings to
first
get you
place.
invited to the party.
Yeah.
Well, yes, and he did. Yes.
Okay, we have a lead. You remember that
Okay.
police officer who showed up at the scene of the investigation? Do you remember him?
Oh,
Begin with an M,
Mulverhill?
last name?
Mulverhill.
Mulverhill Hill.
Mulverhill. Yeah.
Mulverhill.
Yeah.
I would say
He's
it
still suspicious.
should probably go see Mulverhill.
Although now we've lost our detective and our inspector.
Still. I don't know
So
what else
was
to do.
Padma invited to this?
Yes.
Okay.
I was snubbed, as I
What?
apparently,
Oh,
because I had too much champagne and couldn't think of anything interesting to say.
Well, I'll still send out notes letting them know that my personal friend Westcott has invited me to this meeting and that I'd like to invite them to come with me.
Wait a minute.
what?
Wait a minute.
Well, if it was
Well-
a secret special meeting on Sunday, he's insinuating that we would be his special guests that we had not been invited ourselves.
Right.
Meanwhile, you guys receive your own invitation.
Right, exactly.
Well,
of
is
course.
Mulverhill the and he's a Mason, remember?
Yes, he is.
You
So we
determined that.
perhaps would like to infiltrate
Check in
that
on him.
organization
Yeah, he seemed to care about the case. Bidwell.
a bit more than I don't know who else to ask anything. Really,
Mhm.
We check his hand.
to Mulverhill. Where is he?
Good question.
Well, we know he's a cop, so we could probably, as long as we're still at the station, maybe we could look for Mulverhill.
Inquire after him.
Mhm.
We're there at the in the lobby.
Okay. Inquire at the front desk.
Mm-hmm.
Mulverhill, he is off today and tomorrow.
Okay.
How convenient.
Is there a telephone directory? Is there telephones yet?
Yes.
Is
And
there?
there's a directory. If he has a telephone.
That's
Right,
right.
Yeah,
Of
is it
course.
listed?
That we don't know.
Give me a library use roll.
All right. I pass. 23.
Okay.
I have 19.
Nice.
We find
There
it,
you go.
or we are able to check the directory.
Yes. So you get you find the listing from Mulverhill. You get his home address.
Off we go.
Nice.
Although, what time is it by now?
It is pushing for 9 o'clock at this point.
PM.
Doesn't matter.
Perfect.
He'll be
He'll
home.
be home.
Oh,
Right.
I'm assuming we're being still escorted by Dr. Hume.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll be
Okay.
fine.
It's, you know,
Okay. So
I've still got my shotgun with me.
Right.
Of course.
Hoping. Okay.
naturally. So he lives a bit north of the city proper. So you make your way over there. Pulling up outside the building where his flat is located, you ascertain he lives on the 3rd floor.
Mm.
Windows are dark.
Let's try and break in. Now's the perfect time to look at his effects when he's not there to lie.
I, as a lady, would be shocked, but I would probably be a little excited.
Absolutely.
Yes, all right.
Let's do.
Oh my.
Such scandalous adventure.
Exactly.
Especially an old
Exactly.
bird like me.
All right. Who's got locksmith?
I got 40.
Go for it.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. I have a shotgun.
Right, I know. I thought,
I have my dancers, as always.
12.
Got it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and check your locksmith then.
Wow.
Kidding.
All right, yeah, you pull out a couple hairpins and
I learned it in Italy. My
Nice.
Italian friends taught me a few tricks.
Those
Okay.
Italians.
not to be trusted.
No. It's dark as I open the door.
Mhm.
Does it smell musty?
No, smells of cigar smoke.
Let's wander over in the moonlight and draw the drapes.
Let's go to the creepy place.
It's the creepy music. All right.
Okay, so I'm
You
drawing the
have to, like,
drapes.
find a doll or something.
Oh, in the
like-
rocking chair. Right? Okay. So after drawing the drapes,
I get home again.
Oh, wow.
higgledy pig.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so we draw the drapes.
Drapes are drawn.
And then I can light the lamp.
All right, the lamp is lit.
What do we see?
You see a pretty typical bachelor's apartment.
Right.
Dirty.
Very simple. No, actually well maintained because it's made.
Now this is a police officer.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Let's
so
hustle.
if he comes home, we just broke into a police officer's
Yes.
home.
Yes, and he's going to be able to tell pretty easily that someone broke into his house.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
All right.
Even if
so
you leave.
Yeah, exactly.
bedside
Alright.
table. Anything in there?
You all can give me spot hidden
Yeah.
rolls.
It's
as
time
you-
to
as you
toss the
it
joint.
apart.
Yeah.
Cut the mattress open. Smash the lamp.
I miss.
You missed.
Quickly,
won.
good lord. 98 again.
Oh my god. So you break
You know what?
something.
Can I push this roll?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Push it.
What happens if I
you,
fail?
If you fail, Mulverhill's coming home.
We'll just shoot him.
Do you want me to do this?
Shoot him in the kneecap.
Kneecap him.
Kneecap is.
And so he's still
No, we have to
alive,
shoot
you
him
can
so he'll shut
identify us.
up. That's the
Okay.
point of it.
Do
People won't
you think
hear
I
the
should?
shotgun.
You guys should?
I say it's
Um,
critical.
I failed mine. We
Okay,
have to
well.
push.
Okay.
We all have to push. I have to push
What
too.
is my spot hit? Okay,
Oh,
it's
God.
25. I didn't put any points in it.
Well, I
Okay.
guess if all of us push, it can't
I
really get
failed
much
again?
worse.
Okay.
14.
No.
Pass.
Well, he failed.
Oh, he
his.
failed. Oh, okay.
So you're, you're kind of talking loudly and going.
Yeah. As we would
"Nothing
be.
over here.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
door opens. It's Mulverhill.
All right. What do we do?
You're okay.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Good lord, are you a right man? We've been
Yes.
looking everywhere.
All right. So he
Nice.
sort of like
Beautiful.
looks at you all. Everyone, give me spot hidden rolls.
Fail.
Fail miserably.
Fail.
God. Oh my God.
No.
You want to push it? You want to push it?
Kind of.
Do it.
Come on, let's
Do
play this
it.
thing.
All right.
What
if
would
you-
happen now?
If you fail, he's going to arrest you.
I can afford to bail myself, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
I got a 1.
Yes.
Check your spot hidden.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wow. All right.
So perfect.
Yes. So,
Her little like I went.
well, it represents. In this case, it represents a second look. You know, he's staring at you all. You're all staring back. You're all shocked.
Yeah.
You're all trying. You
You're
know,
all
you're like
surprised.
you're okay. You know, like trying to cover it. And instead of like looking back to your friends, you keep looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
You see that he puts a right hand into his frock coat pocket. It's bandaged and has fresh blood on it.
Oh.
And since you rolled a 1, I'm going to say you also smell cordite on the air.
All right.
What do I do with that, though?
You were the shadow.
So he's looking at... So,
Busy evening?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he looks at all of you and he says, yes, can I help you?
Oh my god, you're okay.
Yeah, I'll use persuade to sort of persuade him that we were just really worried about him because there's been this rash
Okay.
of
Can I roll
strange
persuade
things.
too?
And Pike is dead.
Whoever has the higher
Persuade.
chance.
My persuade is how I got through med school. It's 60%.
Yes.
Oh.
there you go.
Mine's 40.
Yeah, go for it with the 60 there.
Okay. Animated.
Yes.
Go ahead and check your persuade. Alright, so you spin this tale of, oh well, with Pike's death, you're worried and so forth.
And have you heard what happened to Finnegan?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Finnegan, I'm sorry. Who?
Never heard of Finnegan.
Finnegan. So he just sort of listens to you and he says, "Just get out of my apartment. You're lucky I'm not arresting you."
Damn
Okay.
Fine. No, we better.
I know.
What happened to your hand?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Well, if you were to
Is
mention
he an
it.
inspector or a detective or
He's an inspector.
an inspector? You know, I hope you don't mind my asking, but are you all right? I couldn't help but notice your hand is injured.
Yes. It got caught in a revolving door at Harrods.
What the heck?
Really?
That would actually just squash it. It wouldn't be a puncture wound, would it?
Well, you can't see its puncture wound. You just see its bandages with some blood.
But yeah, but just break the skin.
Yeah.
It was a nasty cut. Just right across the back of my
The
hand.
ghost of Pike. I'm sorry, is hovering.
Mustache all the way.
Yeah, just a floating mustache.
Wavering by itself.
He's like your ghostly Jedi mentor.
Yeah.
Ghostly mustache.
He's even stronger now.
My mustache will come back stronger than before.
Can I try to persuade him that he needs medical attention?
That
Give
you
it a
might
shot,
look
yeah.
at it.
Okay.
Well,
That's
you're a doctor,
intriguing.
aren't you?
Indeed, that's the
what
word
they tell
around
me.
town. I made it. I got a 40.
Okay, so you made it by 20.
Uh-huh.
It's already been treated by my doctor.
Oh.
He says just take it easy and don't overtax it while it heals. I think I'll be fine now. Please.
All right.
He's an ally, though. He's an ally, so you know.
I got a crazy idea. Oh, I don't know.
You gonna start seducing him?
Yes!
Oh my goodness! Like I kind of like shit.
Raise your eyebrows and like get
I
us
would like
away.
leave my card.
You gonna
Not
get
what I
on that?
expected.
It's gonna be me or you. So okay, so I'm gonna leave my
On your way out,
on my
you're
way. I'm
gonna
gonna just leave my card and say, I'd consider it an honor if you drop by for tea someday soon.
He gives you well, actually, give me an F times 5 roll, please.
All right.
And by tea, I mean sex.
Oh, and I fail.
Oh.
I fail.
So he just gives you a
Even
blank
that's
look.
fine.
No. Damn. Okay. I tried.
What was your
You
app?
can't even seduce people.
My
for
app
food.
is 9.
I'm a
Okay.
12.
Give it a go.
You're both gonna cruise him on your way.
No, seriously. Jeez.
Yeah, here's my card as
Yeah.
well.
My
No,
my
times
door, my
five.
door
Yeah.
is
60 or
equally
less.
open.
60, yeah. You're less.
Hustle and
I
the
make
bustle.
it. Yes!
So he gives Celestia a blank look, and then Padma's like, I'll think about it.
Is Dr. Hume gonna try to do it?
And here is my card.
Well, we wouldn't want to be left out. I
No.
mean, would we?
Especially just being treated by one of your lesser colleagues.
Yeah.
Right,
True,
no.
one
Sir,
colleague,
I'm frightened that you might be treated by one of my lesser colleagues. Here's my card.
Luck.
Drop by my office anytime.
What's your app?
Yeah.
Roll for that.
What is 13?
Oh!
So what? Well,
Why not?
Just to see if you make a favorable impression on it.
okay. So what? So what do I?
It'd be your app times 5, so it'd be 70 or less.
Okay. 78.
Well, he's certainly not sexually attractive. So
Get out.
we
Get
can say
out.
that with certainty. Yeah, and
No,
the door
seriously.
the door is closed somewhat forcefully.
Well,
Everyone's been behaving so inappropriately today.
World gone mad.
fascinating.
So you've got till Sunday evening for
What
the
day
meeting
is
with
it?
the order. Is there anything else
What day
you
is
guys
it
want
today?
to attend to? This is Friday night.
My God, what day is it?
Man.
We're still stuck in
You
the
know,
hospital.
I want to go. I have my friend Charles Hiremore, who tended to my sweating blood.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
right.
I'm gonna drop in on him and just ask if he's heard of anything unusual happening. I guess it would have to go to his home. I guess.
Probably
Friday
like 10
night, you're supposed to swing by
o'clock.
his house
Would be
late
10
at
o'clock.
like at
Late at
10:30 on a Friday night.
Excuse me, is your husband home?
We're still in the hospital.
You guys are in the hospital. Yeah.
Definitely still
We're hanging.
Yeah, they're gonna hold you at least another day.
My legs don't work.
I will drop by and I'll tell him that I was concerned about my friend
Yeah, it
Oswald
is.
Finnegan.
I usually
I would
can't
appreciate it if he could drop by and look in on him because he was
Oh, okay.
seriously wounded. And yeah, also, since I'm here, anything strange happening, lots of dead prostitutes, people,
Anything
people with, babbling about having their bodies switched, anything like that.
that type of madness.
So this is all something you have to leave with the front doorman.
Okay.
He'll take your card and your instructions, and he assures you that the doctor will get back to you as soon as his schedule
All
allows.
right.
The doctor's a busy man.
Well, I'm busy too.
Oh my god. You're arguing with the doorman?
You're arguing with the doorman.
Sitting at Westcott's house.
Yeah.
Are you sure you gave him my card?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah. All the servants in London know about you.
All right. Well, I guess if you feel that's best,
Dear God.
I won't tell you how to do your job.
Thank you, sir.
I'm just hanging my head in shame in the carriage. Like, make him.
You like pull the curtain in the carriage.
Yeah, slowly.
Not even.
It's like, just go.
Keep driving. Just driver, please drive.
Yeah. Drive on, driver.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless
So,
Walmerhill comes by for tea, I can't think of anything until Sunday.
I actually want to investigate Masonic lodges
Certainly.
to see Mulverhill, perhaps, or how many are in that area, or something to trace that.
Because Masonic Lodge are definitely not going to be keen on having a young woman who's
Come by. And
poking around.
I would be checking things at the library or written
Is that feasible?
Yeah.
records
Yeah.
of the greater lodges.
Well, it is
Those
a
are going to be
secret
kept within the
society.
lodge.
Okay,
So they don't really keep member logs public.
nothing like that.
Yeah.
Nuts.
But you could read up on Masons, in general if you wanted to.
Okay, well, you see, there's no. Who wrote the note?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Did it look like
And then
a
how did
China?
Mulverhill know about it?
So,
How did he know
right.
to
Just throw
protect?
a couple of, characters in there, too.
Yeah.
What?
That was my joke. He was like, does it look like it could have been written by a Chinaman? And I
Oh.
was like, yeah, there's random characters.
There's just like one of those little stamps, down
Yeah.
the bottom of the Chinese characters on it.
Oh, Mr.
The paper?
Shen Shen.
Should we investigate the type of paper?
Hmm?
Does the paper look unusual in any way?
Well, there
Is there a
are-
watermark?
No. Just paper. It's a piece of paper, slip of paper.
Is it
Paper?
cheaply made?
Paper?
Expensive?
It's somewhat cheap, yeah.
Cheap
I-
paper.
what's I mean,
It's a note.
do Masons have any particular feelings about the Golden Dawn? Do they?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
what's
good
that
question.
relationship like?
Do we have any members in the Golden Dawn? who are Masons?
Good question.
I mean, wasn't Westcott a Mason before?
You suspect that many of the male members of the Golden Dawn are also Masons, but like I say, it's a secret society, so you don't know for sure.
We
Secret
know
society.
Bidwell's.
I mean, you're in a
Bidwell
secret society.
Bidwell was a Mason.
Right?
Bidwell,
Mulverhill investigated the house without any ado.
Should we go to the Masons?
That's kind of where I'm. But which lodge,
Well, it
right?
should be either
Doesn't
Oswald or myself, I would imagine.
Right, not me.
Yeah, there's no way.
the
I
lodge
could put on a
number-
costume.
Well, you could maybe. Well, you could maybe
Hey,
accompany
You
us.
could take Pike's mustache and put that on.
No.
I thought
smells
the
of bitter
lodge number
almonds.
was on here.
Oh.
Fishy.
Was it on there? It was just a compass-like thing.
But isn't the lodge number supposed to be in the compass?
Oh, I don't know.
On this one, it was just a small ring with the symbol on it.
It wasn't like an official.
It wasn't like the
Masonic
membership
ring.
ring. It was just like
Crap. That's a good
it was
idea.
like a 5-year anniversary ring or something. It was just some
Yeah,
random ring
yeah.
that he wasn't wearing. So.
That's true.
Maybe he had a father that was in the Masons.
Possibly.
Well,
I don't know, I'm conjecturing. I'm in the hospital. I can't.
yeah.
Yeah, no, we're just hanging.
Your mind is racing.
With ideas.
Masons.
Things.
And things and
Well, give me a
morphine.
drink.
Mustaches.
All of a sudden, good lord, Pike was gay.
Yeah.
There's a homosexual.
How very interesting.
Oh, morphine. More morphine, please.
Bring it.
Okay.
Did you know that one?
No, sir.
With your app, you might have known.
No.
So
11. You must have known. What are you implying,
You're
sir?
average looking.
You're an average-looking gentleman.
All right. So, any, I mean, nothing really.
I got nothing.
Right?
No.
Okay. All right. So time passes as it is wont to do. It is evening. There's a light fog, and you have all arrived outside not Mark Mason's hall, but the Bidwell Manor.
What?
Or rather.
I would bring my shotgun with me.
Wait, is that going up for auction anytime soon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get piked.
Too soon. Too soon.
Yes.
Wow.
You spent 3 days, man.
Come on.
Come on.
It's certainly not like the Pike.
Well,
Stares at you blankly.
He wanted to buy Bidwell's place the day after he died, so.
So, yeah.
Look who's talking.
I'm just saying I'm acquiring estates.
Even
Of
cold.
course, in the interest of the Golden Dawn.
Of course. So you're all outside the Bidwell mansion rather than the Mark Mason's hall. But there's a doorman waiting at the front door to usher you in.
Starting to hate these doormen.
So you're all being ushered into the mansion here. It's still the same as it was when you saw it before. Ashes on the floor and dishes unwashed.
Oh, no.
It's cold.
What? Yeah, funky.
Yeah, it is a bit funky. It's cold. The house hasn't been heated since Bidwell's death. But from upstairs you can hear talking voices. And so heading up to the second floor, you find the library is occupied by many of the Order members. There's Florence Farr, Dr. Westcott, DEDI, another prominent member you know as FER, her initials. There's Godfrey Williamson,
The psychic.
Strangely, you also see some of the other people who are at the seance, like Robert James Lees and Annie Besant, are there as well,
Yeah.
even though they're not Order members. DEDI has a tarot deck out on the table, and as you walk in, he's pulling a card, and he sets it down, and it's the Hermit. He says, "Interesting. A recluse, a man who has abandoned the world and everything on it, a misguided soul lost to humanity." As you all enter, you're the last ones to arrive. You note that your 5 plus the other guests make 12.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Not another seance.
And as you walk in, the library door behind you closes.
Oh.
Have we been compromised?
No.
They
I've
were
got a
expecting
shotgun.
us.
I've got a shotgun.
Yeah.
I feel I need to unburden myself.
As you're all wondering what the hell's going on, the gas lamps on the walls all spontaneously shut off. And at the
Oh.
exact same moment, the candles on the table spark to life of their own accord.
Anyone else like freaking out, or is it just us?
Oh yeah, no, you're all. Everyone's sort of startled. Oh.
Okay.
Whoa.
The doors to the adjoining den open, and a robed figure comes in.
Oh god.
Welcome. I'm glad you could all come. The voice is familiar to me. Throwing back the hood, you see the robed figure is none other than John Bidwell.
What?
There are forces greater than life and death. And he's sort of chuckling to himself.
This is the strangest case of syphilis I've ever seen.
Audibly, of course.
Yeah, audibly.
Oh my god.
So he takes his place at the head of the table near the 13th seat. Yes.
Say, sir, I think this bears an explanation. Don't you?
Not that I owe you any, but I have summoned you all back here to show you the fruits of your labor. The seance, you see, was indeed a success. He produces the crystal cube.
Don't look at it.
From inside his robe.
I'm looking everywhere for that.
The smoke from the candles begins to swirl and thicken,
Oh no.
forming a funnel-shaped cloud.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Blue flashes spark through the alien crystal, and the smoky funnel begins to twist and rise up, and then the narrow end begins to press against the wall behind him, and then into the wall.
Oh no, portal.
Yeah.
So the funnel now forms an impossibly long black tunnel that stretches through the wall off into infinity.
Okay,
Excuse me, sir, could you please stop doing that?
I find it very distracting.
Please quit opening portals to other dimensions.
I'm really not down with that. So Bidwell steps to the wide mouth of the funnel, which is now over 10 feet across, and displays the cube in the palm of his hand. And he says, "This is the key." Beyond, you now notice odd shapes moving down the black swirling tunnel. The shapes move closer, growing larger.
No, no.
Until they are revealed to be enormous, multi-legged, worm-like creatures.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get my shotgun at the ready.
Yeah, I got my Derringer out.
Stop this man.
Yes.
Do we all shoot him together?
Just to be clear, Bidwell, are you a bad guy?
I'm confused. The room is throwing me off.
As if to answer your question, he says, "May I present your new masters?"
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay, knock the
No.
cube out of his hand.
Gun going off.
Shooting.
Yeah, can we all?
Shooting. Making
Bidwell.
with shoot.
I'm gonna
guns.
shoot,
Bidwell.
shoot Bidwell.
I'm shooting at Bidwell.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm probably gonna.
Fire away.
do that.
Firing.
So, just my
Your shotgun skill.
shotgun skill.
Okay. Oh, I do not make mine.
I barely failed mine.
Okay.
I'm
Oh.
gonna make mine. I'm
I
gonna make
barely
mine.
failed
Yeah,
mine.
yeah, yeah.
Damn it. Where am I?
Were you allowed to shoot again?
Let me check your Derringers.
Pass.
Makes it.
All right. Roll your damage.
Oh.
It's a D8, right?
Mm-hmm.
8!
Ooh, nice. All right.
So you knock the cube out of his hand and you hit a worm.
Yes. We hope, we hope.
Yes.
No, you merely shoot him.
Oh, he's just dead. All right.
Well, yeah, you shoot him right between the eyes
Extraordinary.
With a shot, like
with
a
a
giant
gun cane.
So probably the top of his head is gone.
Well, yeah, the bullet hole and then just blood out the back, and then
Run for the cube! Run for the cube!
and he sort of stumbles back,
Don't touch him.
and then
Oh,
and then stands up again,
Of course.
Yes.
What?
and it is the face of Hanson Bartlett this time that looks at you.
Ah!
Everyone make sanity rolls, please.
Of course.
We got a big problem.
I fail.
I fail.
I got
Okay,
a
what's
96.
Oh. Higher than your sanity points?
Yeah,
It's
higher than
failing.
your current
Oh,
sanity.
I got a 54
So what's
out
your
of
current?
60.
You made it.
A 9.
How'd you do?
Not
Fail.
bad.
No fail.
No,
No fail.
I've like lost like no sanity. So
I know
far.
you're.
No, you're smooth.
You're a rock.
I passed.
Okay, so
I failed.
96.
Celestia loses 1 and Dr. Hume loses 2.
And
Robin.
Robin.
You failed?
Excuse me.
Yes.
You lose 2 as well.
Still doing pretty good.
I'm still there.
Okay.
Alright, so not only is it the face of Hanson Bartlett, but he's laughing.
Of course he is. Ha, 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 ha.
Evil laugh.
What's everyone else doing? I mean,
There's just sort of general commotion.
Stunned.
Yeah, talking, commotioning.
so the giant worm creatures. No one else is doing anything to stop them.
No, and they're sort of coming out from this portal area.
Of course.
So I'll need another sanity roll for that.
Fail.
Oh my god, I got
yeah,
a 99.
I failed.
19.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fail.
Wow.
I got a 90.
90. Okay.
That's bad.
Fails all around.
Fails.
Yeah.
Pass. I pass.
Pass.
Oh, very good.
All right. So Finnegan, you lose none. You're like, I've seen worse. Dr. Hume, you lose 4. Let's see. Ward, you lose 1.
Oh.
Padma loses 4. And Celestia loses 2. So these things are crawling out. They sort of look like a combination of a sea anemone, a centipede, and a lobster.
Oh.
All fishy things.
Ah!
Ergo,
Oh!
the 4 points that Eddie lost.
Oh.
This is why I'm afraid of the sea.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And
And
they're-
centipedes. Oh.
And they're just sort of like pouring out of this portal. What's
How
their
big are they?
size?
Can,
They
can I
are-
shoot some more?
They're
Eddie?
fucking huge. They're size 44.
What?
So they
They're
are
enormous.
pouring into this room. One of them, in its little claw-like appendages, is holding this kind of relatively small for this thing, but large by your perspective, glowing silver ball.
No, no good, no good, no good, no good.
Bidwell, is anyone grabbing the friggin'
Yeah,
Yeah.
the cube.
Cube.
Could we
Is
rush?
he holding on to
Somebody
the
hold the
cube?
power
Could we
besides him.
just rush Bidwell?
You can rush
For
Bidwell,
grapple?
absolutely.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm knocking over the candelabra.
Knocking it over. Okay. All right. Who's got the highest dex?
Not
Mine's
me.
11.
Mine's 10.
Mine's 10.
16.
Oh.
You might actually. Let's see here.
I have a whopping 3.
Oh, God. Oh, that's right.
Did you say 16?
I did.
Okay. The worm thing has a 17.
Damn!
Oh.
So as you rush Bidwell, it comes at you.
Ah.
Yep, alright.
Can I shoot at it for my friend? Dear God. I can't sit here.
Well, there's multiples of these things.
I'm biting it. I'm going for it.
I'm biting it. All right, so some tentacles sort of lash out at you, but nothing connects.
All right.
So make a grapple roll to try and grab this cube.
That's kind of awesome.
Nope. 74.
All right, so you and Bidwell are. All right, so what are the rest of you doing? There's a couple of these worm things forcing their way into the room.
Is this a new round or is
Yes.
this?
Well, this is the same round. It's just worm first, Celestia, and then the next highest dex. would go.
Mine is, so
Okay.
I'm gonna start to try to. I have nothing.
Come on,
but
kiddo!
I'm gonna.
Shoot the cube or something.
I
I
failed.
don't think.
You do note that the door you came in has now opened.
Oh!
Oh,
well
run!
I'm
then.
Run
gonna
away.
be wheeling us out.
Run away!
Yeah.
Come along, sir.
We can go this way this time.
I'm running out the door.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll
we're
remember you in my
definitely all
Bidwellers.
Good luck with this. See ya.
Alright.
All right.
Okay. Everyone else running?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, running. Okay, so
I mean, for the
Yes.
last ones, they were probably at the back of the room, close to the door,
Exactly.
all together.
okay.
Did I ever knock over the candelabra?
You did.
All right.
Yeah, that would be.
I was hoping
That
to
wouldn't
catch
cost
something
you
on
anything.
fire.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting this estate.
I don't think I want it
I
anymore.
don't think it's gonna be
Like,
hard
puddle
to
of
heat.
blood was one thing, flying
Yeah.
shrimp creatures.
Yeah.
I
Quite
can handle
another.
that.
Yeah. Okay, 11 points of damage
Okay.
Oh.
as you are whacked forcibly by a tentacle.
Skidoomf!
What does that knock you down to?
3.
Okay, make a con times 5 roll, please.
Wait,
Pass.
Okay, so you're still conscious.
what about the pentagram ritual?
I thought of that, but I don't think we have time for that.
It does take a little while. Grapple roll.
80. Fail.
Okay. So the rest of you are booking it downstairs. You're helping.
Yeah, I'm good at doing stairs, so.
Yeah. Presumably, you would have actually left the chair down at the bottom stairs. You would have just made your way up with your cane.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm helping
So
him
you're helping him
downstairs, I
down.
guess.
Yeah.
Probably
You
just throw 'em over
two-
your shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah. You two are going to make it out the door first. You emerge onto a nightmarish vista. The streets are swarming with these worm creatures.
Oh.
People are running to and fro, screaming.
Oh my god.
Buildings
late.
are on fire.
Oh, we failed.
Okay.
Fail.
Run back up the stairs.
Shit!
Close the damn portal!
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta do
we
something.
gotta
Close that portal.
Okay, so there is, of course, a worm creature near the door. It lashes out at Padma and misses. but does attempt to crush Dr. Hume under its large bulk.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Oh no.
Just like,
Yeah,
Just swings its ass
Splat.
at you.
yeah, essentially 16 points of damage.
oh, that would kill me.
Okay, so
That
you are
would-
crushed under its bulk.
Oh my god.
Final words.
What the?
I regret
all my
nothing.
Okay.
In all my years.
Syphilis.
It wasn't syphilis. That is the worst case of syphilis I've ever seen.
There we go.
There.
There it is. All right, back to the top of the order. Okay.
I know, I'm like,
19 points of damage to Celestia.
Dead.
Okay.
Because I only have 3 hit points.
Indeed.
All right.
So that'll do it.
How does it kill me?
Basically, you're still grappling
Huh?
with, Bidwell / Hansen,
Uh-huh.
and he's just laughing at you the whole time.
Uh-huh.
And then you just feel a tentacle like wrap around your neck,
Uh-huh.
and just
And pop. All right.
yeah.
This is going to be a total party kill.
Indeed.
This is.
So, in fact,
We're all gonna die. This room.
Yeah.
essentially, those of you still in the building, you two, you hear the screaming from outside. You hear the screaming from upstairs. The building begins to fall down.
Wow.
Okay, and it just comes down on top of you.
Okay.
You're crushed.
Alright.
Padma, you're either crushed by the building or by one of those worms. At this point, you all wake up.
Oh. No.
It's like that season of Dallas.
I know, it's exactly what I was saying. Like, did we just get Dallas?
Bobby.
It was very real, though. Any sanity you lost, you still have lost.
Lost. All right.
But any hit points or anything like that, you get back.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Wait. So we wake up where? Where are we? In the
It
Institute
is
Island?
Saturday.
Different
It is
beds?
Sunday morning.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll
You
open
haven't
up.
had the meeting yet.
Open up my window. You boy, what day is it?
Oh, yes.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Why Saint Stephen's Day?
so it's Sunday morning, we've all woken up in our own homes.
You're all in your own homes,
We're just-
or in the case
Wait,
of
is Pike still alive?
no, in the case of Finnegan, you're still in the hospital. And I don't know.
So
if
really,
you're-
we just
Yeah,
dreamed
got out of the hospital.
just the,
Well, it was probably like a prophetic dream about what could happen if
Well,
we.
yeah.
It felt incredibly real.
It felt
So-
incredibly real.
It's a prophetic dream.
Prophetically real.
I'll rush
alright,
over
Dr.
to.
Prescott, no.
Yeah.
We're going to this fucking meeting. We're gonna whip them into shape.
I'll rush over to Celestia's house.
We all had the
Tell her.
same dream.
I had a remarkable dream. It was very real.
Yeah, you're still sweating.
I'm probably, still hiding under my blankets.
We have to
Might
go.
you have a tincture for me, sir?
I
I've
really
been
want
shaken
one.
to the core.
Yeah, sure about that.
I'm desperate enough to ask for something. A simple.
Do you want me to
something you might
try medicine? I guess.
have. Do you have first aid?
Stand back.
Yeah,
Stand still. I'm going
first
to
aid if you
do
have it.
medicine. First aid? Is that that's
Yeah,
what I was doing? Okay. Oh, I made it actually.
see?
No.
Oh,
Sorry. Sorry, just like under. No, I failed.
Oh. All right.
Put this leech on your forehead.
All right. Thank you. I needed something. Smack. Splap.
So you got a leech on your head.
Helping distract you at least.
Another knock comes at the door. It is Godfrey Williamson.
Splap.
He's looking quite distraught.
Welcome, sir. I trust you're in as bad a shape as the rest of us this morning.
You had the dream as well.
Indeed.
Oh, Lord have mercy on us all.
Whatever shall we do?
I have enough leeches for everyone.
Oh, so he doesn't help himself to a leech, but rather some of your brandy, and has a seat on your.
Who doesn't? All right. Yes.
He has a seat on your shade lounge and downs it quickly. He says, "This was just the culmination of a whole series of visions I've been having lately.
That's right.
I told you of the
Yes, you
faceless,
did.
the faceless menace. I've been seeing that still. Although now I see someone with blood on their hands. But every time I try to get a closer look, the other faceless people move to block my view.
Blood on their hands.
And I've seen even worse. I've seen a great yellow dragon snorting fire and bathed in blinding smoke."
That's a whole other thing.
That's unrelated.
I don't know.
That's your mother issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly, sort of.
Well, in the dream I had, these things had just taken over everywhere, so leaving town isn't going to do any good.
Right.
You're already there.
Jump
Can
ship,
I leave
shall
town?
No.
Question 1.
Does the name Mulverhill mean anything to you?
No,
That hasn't come up in any of your...
that means nothing to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go to Padma's and then to
Yeah.
the hospital.
Alright. Round up.
Round up the gang.
Round it up.
Okay.
Okay. So, you step
Burn
outside.
Bidwell's house down.
I know, I thought of that too, but I don't want to...
I do.
You do?
Well,
when we get to the hospital.
I don't
Yes.
know who does.
You step outside.
No, I listen to your opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should burn.
Let's
Well,
see.
okay. So when are we?
You guys are arguing at the hospital.
Whoa.
About
We had
burning
the
the
same
house
dream
down?
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
back at the hospital.
Yes.
Go.
Yes.
We have to burn that house down. Burn it to the ground.
That's a very interesting idea. We should bring it to the gang.
You are due to be discharged today, so.
Oh, okay, great.
Well,
Awesome.
I get the feeling if they're going to open this portal, they could do it anywhere. I mean, I don't think there's anything special about
that
Bidwell's
particular house.
Although it would be nice to burn it down.
Bidwell, but if Bidwell's hanging out there, then
We should go investigate the house before the meeting.
True.
Wait, where is the meeting?
It's this evening at Mark Mason's Hall.
All right.
but yeah.
So we are supposed to meet at Mark Mason's.
Right.
She'll say burn it down. I'll burn it down. I'll do
Always
it.
with the arson.
Yeah.
So, at any rate, so back at Celestia's flat.
Yes.
You know, it's you're in a part of London. There's no trouble hailing a cab. So as you're locking up, Godfrey and I presume Dr. Hume head out to hail a cab.
Okay,
Yes.
please.
Okay. So
Making
Williamson's
sure you
kind
don't
of
leave the stove on.
Did I turn
You're
heaven off?
just locking up, you know. So Williamson's kind of out ahead of you, and he's a cab, you know. Give me a spot hidden roll.
Oh, this is so much.
I'm right on it. 25.
Nice. Okay.
Good.
You got
Okay.
it. Have you checked it yet? Because you should if you did.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, I did, yeah.
You see, there's a cab coming.
No,
It
I
is coming at a breakneck speed, directly at him.
Oh,
I'll tackle him and get him out of the way if I can.
Okay. Give me dodge at half your chance.
Oh.
Okay, so dodge.
is something times 2.
So it's
Dex
just your
times 2.
Yeah.
Next time.
So it would just
So
be
it's just
dex.
Yeah, unless you put any points in it.
Oh shit. Okay.
So it'd just be your dex.
Well, I failed pretty bad. Got an 82.
82. Okay.
Oh. No.
All right.
Was aiming for a 10.
Yeah. Pretty far away from a 10. All right. So you were both hit by the cab.
Oh no.
Well, it's gone mad.
Williamson takes 13 points of damage.
Holy mackerel.
Dr. Hume. Oh, lucked out. What is that? 4 plus 5. 9 points of damage.
Wow.
Okay,
That's,
so it's
that's really lucky.
Could have been 24.
7, 8,
Jeepers.
9. So it knocks me down to 3.
Okay, con times 5 roll, please.
Okay. Oh, I made it.
Anyway,
So you're just in
So,
excruciating
I'm
pain.
alive, like I'm awake to experience all
yeah,
of
basically,
this.
Right.
basically you are buffeted aside by the carriage. Let me see how Williamson comes out. What did I say? 13. Oh yeah, Williamson is run down.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
He is actually run down.
You mean he's dead?
He's dead.
Dear
Oh,
God.
oh my
He is,
god.
he's dashed beneath the hooves and wheels of the carriage.
no.
There's a horrible screeching, terrible noise.
Horrible.
Yeah.
And I faint.
Yes, it is. It is quite the scene, quite the sight to behold.
Nightmare.
Spot hidden roll from both of you though.
All right,
Before you
before I
finish and-
pass
and
out.
as you jump out, or as you
Okay.
flip it out of the way.
Oh, triple zeros.
I made it.
Ooh. Okay. You note that the cab driver had a bandaged right hand and a scarf over his face.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Over hill. Take a side. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll just have to talk to him about this later.
I'll remember to ask you.
So I couldn't help but notice the other day you ran me over with the carriage.
Nearly killed.
Do we need to clear the air in some way?
Is there some kind of unresolved hostility going
Have
on?
I offended your wife?
All right. So,
Wow.
yes.
Okay. Well, am I just incapacitated at this point?
No, because you're 1 point above unconsciousness. Unconscious is at 2.
Okay.
You made your con roll to stay conscious when you took more than half of your hit points and damage. So essentially, you were hit and just thrown clear. So you're just gonna have a lot of bruises all over your body, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably smashed a small picket fence.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Knock the fence over.
Fortunately,
crunch.
fortunately, I could treat myself.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Well, actually, I know better than that.
Yes.
You're gonna go back to your friend and look at the
Yeah.
blood.
Yes, Charles.
So pretty much aside from I'm the only one who.
You're coming out smelling like a rose.
Dr. Hume, you look beaten and bloody.
Just the whole side of your face all swollen.
Lost a couple teeth.
Oh no.
It's the humblest I've ever seen you.
So yeah, Celestia's fainted.
I fainted, but I'm not. It's just a.
You just
I've
come
got a
back
leech
now.
on my head.
Yeah, that's true. Might want to pull the leech off.
Pulling the leech off before it kills me.
Oh.
Before it kills you.
When they get really full, they just detach.
Yeah,
just
they
fall off.
They just
That's
fall off.
true, yeah.
So the leech fainted when you did.
Yes.
Well, that's way too much for me.
Once they've done their work.
Oh, and by the way, when Williamson's talking about his visions, both of you make idea rolls.
Fail.
Made it.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute, though. You weren't down at the warehouse.
Come on.
So, never mind.
Oh, rude.
The yellow dragon. The yellow dragon. I know about the fire-breathing yellow dragon.
Yeah, what about it?
We have to figure out where we've seen that before somewhere. That's a sign. It's a symbol. That's a trade thing.
It's possible.
Yes, it is. Many things are possible.
Everything is possible.
I'm going to throttle you, GM!
Yeah, pretty much. It's getting to that point.
Some
Alright, so
follow-
Shalvar, give me an idea roll, by the way.
Celestia, think about the dragon.
Pass.
Okay. So, you're all convening, I assume.
It's like our own clue, really.
Dear God. Yeah, we can get him a bed next to
Yeah.
him.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
So you're all informed of what happened to poor Godfrey Williamson. And once the topic of the yellow dragon is brought up, Williamson's vision, Oswald remembers noting while you were down near that warehouse in Chinatown, a restaurant called the House of the Yellow Dragon.
Well, that saves us
nearby
some time.
nearby to the warehouse.
All right.
Right, yes. House of the Dragon.
Of course.
Breathing fire. It's breathing fire in his vision.
Mm-hmm.
Burning down, perhaps?
Perhaps.
Yes.
Torch it!
Burn that. Burn Bidwell. Done.
Board the idea? Yeah.
Yep.
Which I think is a good idea.
Yes.
What do you guys think?
We're
I
gonna
do.
go down
I
and-
do.
Definitely. Are we
So
gonna
I'm
contact
out
Trot to
and
maybe go
about.
with
Oh
us?
yeah, let me give
Okay.
you your first aid here as the doctor's treat.
I have first aid too.
Yeah, you want to leave it up to the doctor.
Right.
You get 4 points back.
4 points back, okay.
A little
So
bed
you're
rest,
also in a
little
wheelchair.
healing salve, you feel better.
Thank you, doctors. Not too shabby.
Wow, from him that's huge.
Yeah, that is.
Extravagant praise.
A little light on the leeches.
He is really badly hurt.
He may be concussed.
Yep. He's delusional.
Okay,
To
Again, do we
Chinatown.
maybe want to check in with Trout and see if he will accompany us, as he isn't.
it's up to you. if you
Yeah,
want to do
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I think I've asked more Finnegan what's his thought on that, because he's our.
Consulting.
Do you think that would be okay for Trout to be part of an arson?
What?
Are we? Oh,
we're definitely
we're going
sending
with
it on
arson.
fire.
It could happen.
Well, it's definitely an option.
Well, he
We
can
wanna
have a
keep
way.
our
He
options.
can.
Well, Scotland Yard inspectors can hire themselves out on their off days as private
To light fires.
investigators and arsonists. Sometimes, yes, when it comes to that.
I meant maybe more just maybe check in with him before we head down there and see.
Oh, like updates or anything?
Yeah, if anything's
News.
happened.
That's
Since
fine.
we've all had these crazy visions,
Sure.
maybe something
That's a good
important
one.
before.
We.
Oh yeah,
alright.
he's a workaholic.
I
Okay,
concur.
he's there. Do you want to swing by?
Let's just swing by my carriage on our
Fair
way
enough.
to
It's
the.
your carriage.
It's on the way.
It's my carriage.
All right, give me a credit rating roll again.
I got a 2.
Yeah.
Five.
Check your credit rating.
Kaboom!
All right, so so Trout meets with you very quickly this time, and says, "Well, we got the coroner's report back on Pike.
Mm-hmm.
He was killed with cobra venom.
Oh god.
Oh.
Cobras. There are no cobras in London.
Not the last time I checked. You can all give me a law roll at 1/4 of your normal skill.
It's like a 1%.
That's what it would be.
Yeah.
Hey,
Law.
I did just roll a 2.
Wow, I did roll a 7.
1/4?
I got a 74.
I have to do some math. Okay.
Oh. Well, it was 30 something.
Womp womp.
Yeah, which is too high. So.
I got a 30.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So yeah, that
Well, question.
yes.
Were there bite marks on the
Like
man?
puncture marks.
No, it was ingested.
Ingested, you say?
Indeed.
If only Pike were there to twirl his mustache.
Gracious. That's diabolical.
That's disgusting.
Devious.
Repellent.
Oh, we're still going with D's.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying any attention.
I'm just.
That would have been good. I didn't.
Dastardly.
Cobra venom is poisonous, you say?
Uh-oh. Someone's learning.
I knew that.
Yeah, so he says that's we have no leads on where that may have come from, unfortunately.
The Far
He's
East,
just
perhaps.
Where was the last place he ate? Does anybody know? Last
Ha!
place he was?
Did he have Chinese food in his stomach?
So, yes, he did actually.
What?
Excellent.
Sorry, that was.
Score!
Yes!
Padma's like,
That was awesome.
Weren't you all attacked by a bunch of Chinamen?
Yes.
Some of us.
Chinatown.
Some of them
yes,
were.
yes,
Yes.
we were. Off to the golden
Not
yellow
Chinatown
dragon.
either.
Off to the Golden Light Yellow Dragon.
Yellow
No,
dragon.
no, you were at the docks, weren't you?
The
Yeah.
docs.
Yeah, but
We still don't know who wrote that letter.
Yeah.
Let's burn down Chinatown.
What else can we do?
Just smoke out all the cobras.
Wouldn't be the
Yeah.
first Londoner to suggest it.
That's right.
Well, we should go to this restaurant.
I think we have to.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Okay.
Don't eat the dumplings.
They got a kick.
Do you mention any of this to Trout, or keep it to yourselves?
I think we're gonna keep that to ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exchange some knowing glances and.
Yeah, Chinese food, you say?
Grip the shotgun.
All right.
Good day, sir.
So off you go to Chinatown. It is a chilly December 3rd, and you pull up outside the House of the Yellow Dragon, feeling the stares of the local residents as you disembark. You head in through a set of double doors and enter into a very sort of dimly lit, carpeted red and mahogany sort of decorated front room area. It smells pretty good, actually.
That's how they get you.
Nice
Yep.
smell in the air.
Yep, that's right.
A sort of slightly built, somewhat unctuous-looking Chinese man comes forward. And, yes, can I help you?
Party of 5.
Very well.
Okay.
Follow me. So he leads you down a side passageway. Basically, all the booths in this restaurant are enclosed with curtains, so they're all private booths.
That's
That's pretty swanky.
That
It
is.
is.
Oh, I know.
And shady.
It's a great place to get poisoned.
That's right.
So he seats you in a booth and indicates that there's like a chalkboard on the wall that has the dishes. Of course, it's all written in Chinese. If you have any questions, just let me know.
How do you read Chinese?
I could bring you a sample platter if you like.
That would be fantastic.
Let's just start with tea.
Very well.
Could you hold the cobra venom?
Very well. Would you like that with cobra venom?
Saying that.
Any chance for a spot hidden or...
Everyone give me a luck roll.
Oh, yeah! I didn't even want to come in the
Make
front door.
it. Make it. Make it. Make it.
Make it.
Make it.
I do not.
Did anyone roll less than 20% of their luck?
Oh, well,
No.
Wait,
No.
so we're rolling above or below?
below.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't. 64. I got 84 out of 60.
You know, I have a 75% cooking skill.
Wow.
Can I notice if there's anything unusual about this food?
What do you know about Chinese food, though?
Probably not.
Well, it's 75%.
That's like professional. You could be a professional chef.
Yeah, no, that was my trick.
I think it's worth a
Give me a
shot.
cooking roll.
Made it. 57.
Okay. So he brings some tea and a little sample platter. You know, it looks legit. Looks well prepared. You know.
Can you see the cookie?
But who made their luck rolls?
I did.
Okay, so Robin and Celestia, as you're seated on the same side of the booth, and it's kind of on the side where the curtain was pulled, so there's a little gap. You know?
Yeah.
And you see a couple Occidental gentlemen making their way out of the restaurant area. You're seated at the back, so there's really no place for them to have come from.
I would like to follow these men.
Or
Oh
see
my
where
God.
they came from, like...
You could, what? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll follow them.
So, some guys are leaving. They don't look like they belong here. Something's going on.
What's your say, master?
Well, if they're leaving, and it seems like there's nowhere they could
Yeah.
have come from.
They could have come from the
Downstairs.
kitchen, some room
Basement.
underneath. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm implying
Somebody
maybe you
should
should
follow
try to
them.
figure
want-
out where they came from, though, if they're
Right.
leaving.
Well,
Right. So they're leaving out the front door.
Yes, they're heading out the front.
So they must have
But
come
they
from
went
the
behind.
back.
So there's stuff behind.
But
us.
you're basically in the back.
And that's what I'm
There's
saying.
nothing behind us. Where's the kitchen?
There's only probably on the other side of the building. You're
So
you're
there's
in
a
the
trap
booth
door.
area.
There's a.
There's got to be a way.
Yeah, because
You're
there's,
right, yeah.
there's
There's a
basically
door.
only
We
two
should
other booths
kind
All right then. Fair
see,
enough.
from where
like,
you were seated.
Fair
Is
enough.
there some sort of secret entrance or
You want to go poke around?
Yeah.
Yes, let's poke around.
Oh, let's. All right. So you surreptitiously get out of your booth and start peeking in the curtains of these other booths. Spot hidden rolls, everyone.
make it?
Failed.
I have a 6.
Wow.
Wow. Did you check your spot hidden yet? Because if not, you
I
should.
did.
Okay. So Padma, you check through, the curtain of this one booth, and you can see that, there's wood paneling on all the walls, but this one booth has this sort of section of wood paneling that's kind of clearly cut out from the rest of it. It's about 4 feet square.
I'm
Whoa.
gonna gesture for some help and look what I
Ah.
found. Robin!
Alright, so I'm gonna poke at it.
All right, it moves.
Alright, so open.
Okay, you kind of push in and then sideways, and it'll slide.
And I look inside.
You see a a long, narrow hall beyond. There's a set of stairs leading up. At the base of the set of stairs is a very large, muscular Chinese man with his arms folded.
Does he see?
Yes.
Oh.
Because the stairs are like right there.
I close it really quick.
Really? Okay.
There's an underground club. So cool.
I thought that was going to just cobra at your face.
Ah! Use Robin. Alright, so basically, I close it and I tell them what I saw.
Okay.
Okay.
An
He
opium.
might be coming
opium
up here,
den?
so we should probably go back to our table.
We should leave,
Should
probably.
we leave or check it out?
Well, we should leave and then go
Maybe
Maybe
if
up
we
the
hide
drain
in a
pipe.
different empty booth that's not ours.
and pull our
and
feet
then
up.
wait for them to leave. I don't know. Make them think that we're gone and
We've got to go around another way.
that there's a secret entrance.
If there's a secret entrance through there, maybe while he's coming down to check something out, somebody can slide in.
Well, why don't
That's
one
one
of
way
you
of
two
doing it.
seduce him, and then we'll go out.
I think it's going to take a lot to seduce that guy.
We've seen it all.
He's seen it all.
Door guarding, stair guarding is lonely business. Lonely profession.
We could just bum rush him.
I don't know. If it's a narrow
5 of us could take it.
hallway, though, we're only being able to get to him one at a time. Plus, I'm
Well, we
like
can
tiny.
plow. We can
He's
plow
in a
through
wheelchair.
it.
It's
Yeah,
actually
let's
about 8 or 9 feet across this
Okay.
hall. So
We could plow into him with the wheelchair.
Well, you'd have to get the wheelchair through the
The
trap door, which
stairs.
is set at the back of a booth.
We could just threaten him. I mean, I've got a shotgun. We could just
Yeah,
point
you
the
can try.
shotgun at him
You
and
there?
Yeah.
and just be like,
Yeah.
Move it.
Move aside, governor.
Cudgel him.
I'm not going to do that alone.
Could we just ask?
Right, exactly. What's the word? Maybe we got to say something to get past.
Yeah.
We should have followed those.
Probably
No.
in Chinese.
Okay, well, let's
No, it was the Occidentals who left.
Oh,
let's
that's weird.
let's try and talk to him at least.
Okay.
That's
Who's
fair.
going first?
I'll try.
Okay.
Does he? I wonder if he speaks English.
So you slide the panel back. He looks at you.
You, sir. Wait to see if he responds in English.
He doesn't respond, but he just sort of nods and sort of like just like
Oh.
come on.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, well, I'll walk up the stairs.
So he just waves you by.
Wow, because we know about it.
He must have heard of me. Okay.
My reputation extends even to the back alleys of China.
Oh my
Less said
god.
about that, the better.
Yes.
Okay. And how about the rest of you? You see Dr.
Yeah,
Hume disappear
so we'll
through the
go.
trapdoor, and
Yeah.
I think we'll follow him.
okay.
All of you and me? Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to.
You got your cane. It sounds like you weren't hitting the legs, so you can still limp along. I'm
Alright.
gonna help you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so he just kind of silently watches you all pass.
No.
So
Bring one into a trial.
you
is not good.
you get to the top of the stairs, and they kind of come out at the far end of this other hall that goes back the other way, and ends in the doorway. There's there's like a little sliding hatch on the
Another guard. All right.
Alright, let's open it up.
Okay.
knocking on the door. The hatch slides back, and you see a Chinese eyes looking out at you. But in sort of accented English, he demands a shilling each for passage.
Shit.
Fine. Is it a
alright.
lot?
Sure.
Not really.
No, it's fine.
Could you cover me?
Like 5 bucks.
Yeah.
Grudgingly, but yes.
A little light.
This shotgun takes up all of my.
I loaded all my shillings into my shotgun.
Aha.
Did I say shotgun? I meant purse. Pocket purse.
My giant wall.
Tubular wall.
You see, it's very theft proof.
All right.
Blow your face off. Try to steal it.
Yes, indeed. All right, so you all pay the money.
Yep.
Okay.
The door opens.
It's
And
gonna be
you
like
are-
a cockfight in there or something.
I know, like, what kind of peep show are we walking
Yeah.
into?
Yeah, it's just
We'll
it's-
see.
It's a room for tickle fetishists.
Oh.
Oh, that's not.
No, you are ushered through. There's another hall beyond with a door on the left-hand wall this time at the far end. Heading through that door, you enter into a very large room filled with a pungent smoke.
Ah,
There are dark recesses, large pillows,
it's an over.
and pipes laid out on a central table.
So
Okay.
Williamson's
Let's hoop it up,
dream was
guys.
friggin' an opium dream. It
At
wasn't
the
a real vision.
he's just an opium addict.
Yeah.
No, there's a mixture of Orientals and Occidentals, reclining on pillows or in shadowy niches with their
Okay.
pipes.
Right.
There's a giant golden Buddha at the far end of the room, looking benevolent.
Of course.
A couple of the more lucid customers give you the eye, but no one really says anything or does anything.
Do we recognize anyone? Who's there?
Give me a quarter no roll. See if you've seen a bit famous.
Quarter of your...
Quarter of your no.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to
Fail.
figure it
8.
out.
I pass.
Oh, you passed.
Fail.
I fail.
Fail.
You actually spot one of your professors.
Oh no. Okay.
One of your old professors from college.
Alright, well that's unexpected and unpleasant. Alright. It's
He's
not...
totally out of it.
It's of no concern.
Just disappointed, if nothing else.
Yeah, it doesn't... Okay.
So it's an opium den.
Good old-fashioned... opium.
And everybody's just smoking opium. And
Yes.
Is anything unusual?
Plenty of
or-
available pipes if you guys want to take a partake.
I probably do. Come on, I'm wealthy. My mom's from India.
You might.
I
Yeah.
always wanted to try
For
this.
the pain in my leg.
Oh!
Yeah.
You know, that's
You
an
know what?
idea.
I just got run over by a
There you
carrot.
go.
I mean, I don't think it's wise we all get doped up now.
Maybe we should
Let's all
not
hit the
all
pipe.
get doped
It's our last day!
So you're
Worst
discussing the
things are going to kill us
relative.
all.
You're discussing the relative merits of should
Yeah.
you or shouldn't you.
If those worm things come through, you're going to regret not
Yep.
smoking the opium.
Yep.
At this point, the Buddha statue begins to slide
I thought it was the Buddha
to
statue.
the side.
Okay.
Little door is revealed behind it.
Mm-hmm.
From the door, a couple of Chinese guys emerge and just walk past you, out the door. Mm-hmm.
Go in.
And then
Oh. I mean, there's probably these catacombs. Yeah, there's probably these catacombs under there,
Oh, yeah,
like
probably just-
network and traveling. And
Just,
Well, it's not
just
on
scary,
top,
creepy
though. We went
catacombs
up.
and stuff in it.
No.
it's true.
You're right. Well, let's go examine the Buddha statue.
okay.
Just casually.
But everybody's just really
No,
high,
no
so
Nobody's gonna care.
Everyone's high as
So there's obviously a hidden trip mechanism that will
Right.
cause the statue to move.
The service
You can
here is
try and
terrible.
discover it with either a spot hidden roll at half or a successful mechanical repair roll.
Ooh, interesting choice.
They're not really
Spot hidden.
I have mechanical repair. Already. Mechanical repair. Fail. Can I do spot hidden?
No, it's one or the other.
I'll do spot hidden, I guess.
Alright. At half.
all these spot hidden at half.
20?
20. My half would be
I didn't
minus
make it.
25.
Okay.
Half is 12.
Alright.
Zero.
I'll do spot hidden at half. No.
I didn't make it.
Anyone care to push?
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's,
I will.
So
Okay. On
Mechanical
the mechanical repair? Okay.
I'm gonna break it.
That'd be cool.
3 away from succeeding.
Okay.
I'll push.
So nothing too terrible happens.
No.
then.
No.
I'll,
Maybe knock over someone's hookah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
Big
kick
Larry,
over.
yeah.
oh yeah, I failed.
Oh, crap, Mario.
Anyone else want to push?
No, actually, no. Here's the thing, though. Sometimes, even when you fail, you can still succeed. It just won't be a good success.
Right.
And so, you succeeded. Because you were close enough.
Uh-huh.
You find a hidden catch. The Buddha statue slides to the side.
Okay.
Beyond that, you see a strange tableau before you. Okay. Essentially, because you failed your push, I'm going to say that
Oh no.
there was a good chance this room would be empty, but instead it's occupied,
No.
and things are going on,
No.
Like,
such as
Oh dear God.
Basically, this looks like it was an office at one time. There's a cabinet, there's a desk, so on and so forth. However, all that's been cleared to the side, and in the center is a large machine made up of various pipes and containers. It seems to be powered half by steam and half by electricity. There's various little dishes twirling around in various spots. And in the direct center of the machine is the cube.
Oh!
It is glowing. Arrayed around the machine, facing the far wall, are a bunch of these Chinese thug characters.
Oh my God.
Okay, one of them is standing, and he seems to be operating the machine.
Oh no.
Okay, the dishes stop spinning, and I'll point to that far wall. Also, off to the left-hand side, occupying about a third of the room, is that giant silver ball that you saw in your dream vision.
What does it look like it's made out of? Metal?
It looks like it could be either metal or
Glass?
electricity.
It's like
It's one of
insubstantial.
it's between those two forms. It's either pure energy or pure metal, and it's completely featureless, but you sense that it is looking at you.
Let's
it's an eye.
So give me a sanity roll for that one.
Everybody?
Oh yeah, as you all sort of crowd.
I make it.
Yeah, I make it too.
Oh, I don't. Not by a amount, though.
I failed.
You made it.
Made it.
Okay. Okay, so Padma loses 3.
Oh no, wait a minute, I made it. I made it.
Excellent. And Oswald loses 1. Now, everybody's attention is focused on this machine. So if you want to enter, they haven't noticed that the thing is opened. And if you want, you can try and sneak into the room by making hide rolls.
I think that's a good idea.
I'm gonna do that. I make it.
I made it.
actually.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Mine is super low.
Mine is the default.
I
Yeah,
have
so
17. I
I
have
made
17.
mine.
You made yours. All right, so the
that's
three
badass.
men
Aw.
very quietly enter the room.
Yeah.
I think you're with your cane.
You're walking. You're walking.
I like
So-
it better that way.
All 3 of you check your hide skills. By the way.
I had an 8 on my head.
So what it's
What if there's any chance just to sneak up on the machine and grab the cube? Just
Destroy it.
yoink.
We cover it first. Because to look at it,
Ah,
Yeah.
Remember?
yeah.
We don't want to look at it.
I was gonna say you'd have an Indiana Jones thing where something of equal weight to like.
it's not a bad idea.
Well, the thugs are between you and the machine.
Right.
Probably the idol I threw you the whip.
Yes, exactly. We have the Buddha.
All right, so we're inching our way toward the machine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, so
Okay.
well, so how many people are in this room?
There are, let's see, 11 total,
Okay.
plus the sphere.
And they're all just really occupied with
So-
what
Yeah, they're all kneeling and sort of like chanting under their breath.
Why
So-
didn't you give me any weapons?
We have
'Cause you're a
opium.
servant.
We have opium.
Yeah, I have a shotgun.
Well, I think we should smash the eye.
Well, is it smashable? Because
We should check if it is.
But if it's metal, for instance, which it looks like, it's not going to be smashable, and if it's energy, also not smashable.
Are they in like a
Is it
circle
supposed to
around the
shoot it?
machine?
Kind of semicircle,
Maybe.
yeah.
Should we shoot it?
I think we should shoot the machine.
Should we shoot the machine?
Like shoot the crystal
Anyway, I'm
cube.
sorry. I think that's
Right in the middle of it all. Is that a good idea?
the cube
That would be
itself. I don't know, but the machine can be stopped. I'm thinking.
At this point, you're starting to see a little like miniature vortex opening up on that far wall.
Okay.
Oh my God,
The
oh my
machine
God, oh
needs
my
to be
God.
stopped. The machine needs to be stopped. So we need to shoot the machine to stop the mechanisms from doing whatever it is they're doing.
Wow, Ward, you're
I don't have
pretty
guns. I don't have any guns. I just
Don't
know
pay
it's-
for your opinions.
Shoot the the machine!
Let's do it.
All right, so you yell out, "Shoot the machine!" That's going to get their
Oh.
attention. So, are you gonna shoot the machine?
I guess I will at this
think
point. I
it's
was
staring
gonna.
at me.
Okay, with my awesome 30% skill.
Actually, there's no need to roll. It's big enough, and you're close enough. You're going to hit it. So just go ahead and roll your damage on that shotgun.
Okay, what would that be?
That would be a
That's,
4d6 at this close.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, you got 4 of
Oh,
them?
we're closer than I thought we would be.
Right on.
Let's see, 11, 17.
17.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. You could fling the wheelchair into the machine.
I think the machine wheelchair is downstairs.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
I do have my gun king, so.
Yeah, I think you should also shoot it.
So there was a 17% chance of you destroying the machine with your shot. I rolled a 0-2.
Okay, nice.
So, shoot the machine! Huh? You hit it like right in the center. It just starts sparking, fizzing.
Oh.
The vortex disappears.
Yes.
Thank God I was here.
Oh God, what that's gonna do for your ego?
Oh, no. Sand loss for sure.
It just kind of falls in on itself. The
Where does the cube go?
The cube fades away.
What?
Oh, okay.
What about the
Okay.
orb?
The orb is still there, but now it's just total bedlam in the room. The worshippers all jumping up, running around.
Run away!
Yeah,
I'm gonna go for the
basically
orb.
they're running out.
I want to go for the
They're
orb.
running past me.
They're running past you. You guys just see a bunch of these
Yeah.
kind of thugs come running.
We
out,
can probably
you know?
just be reclining and pretend that we're
Right,
jumped
blend
up
in.
like everyone
Okay,
else
yeah,
went
they're
in.
just thundering past
I'm next
you.
to my professor.
Hey, so.
Hey,
So,
how's that syllabus coming?
Let's try. I mean, if we let them all run out,
Yeah.
past,
That's a
then
good
we
idea.
can go back in.
But, there's got to be a reason they're running out.
Uh-huh.
I'm going
Good
for
point.
the orb. I'm going for the orb.
You're
Okay,
going for
as,
the orb.
as you run at the orb, it too sort of just shimmers out.
What? Oh.
Okay, and now I run out of there.
Okay.
Well, hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We ran out of
One
Yes.
one of the thugs alone has remained in the room,
Really?
and he is sort of looking around like he's incredibly confused. He's like, oh, whoa! And then sort of,
Oh,
The
no!
spell's been broken.
Who is it
The
in
soul
there?
thing, yeah.
so he sees you and he's like, it's you, and you recognize the voice as being John Bidwell's.
What?
I would kill him on the spot. If it was me.
John!
No,
Don't
I need
touch
to
him.
detain him.
Don't
and
touch
take
him.
To the Golden Dawn. ASAP.
This new body doesn't have syphilis.
Oh,
Conquered your syphilis.
Congratulations, sir!
That's right. That's one way to do it.
all right.
Rather
so
drastic measures.
We should take him out of there, I guess.
All right, he is as like the reality is sinking in. He is starting to just get hysterical. He's screaming
Right.
just at the top of his lungs, like, throat shredding
Sure.
scream.
Can I try to calm him down?
Is
Yeah.
the machine going to explode?
I say just cudgel him and we drag him out of there.
Yeah, or make him smoke some opium or something.
That's an idea.
Just blow it in his face.
Boink.
Good idea.
He's screaming.
I mean, I guess he's hysterical. I don't know.
Yeah, on the in-breath. Yeah.
No, I mean, you and Ward there can overpower him and just.
Okay, so we're going to
Okay.
grapple him.
Yeah, you can get him out.
All right, let's get him out of here.
All right. So, so as you take the screaming Bidwell in the Chinese person's body out of the opium den and down the stairs, the unctuous Chinese man is waiting for you at the bottom,
Uh-huh.
and he sees you, and he just steps aside, and he says, "The Sea Fan will remember the favor you did for us."
The what?
Sea Fan.
C-Fan.
Sweet.
Nice.
The favor we did for them.
Sweet, we get a favor from an opium den.
Yes.
Nice.
The Tong owes us a favor. Yes.
Awesome.
All right,
sea
so
fan,
we
okay.
leave. I think we're leaving. We're out of there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're out.
Doodle-doo, doodle-doo.
Indeed. So, essentially, what comes to light is that Bidwell. Do you deliver him to the Dawn that evening?
I think, like, post
yeah.
haste, like, right now,
Yeah,
we're going to Mark
immediately.
Mason's in
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
carriage.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to
Send
try
over.
and talk to him as we're.
He's just
Oh.
raving about,
sure.
I didn't want to come back, and now I'm in an inferior body.
Yeah.
You know,
What are you
I
talking
would kill
about?
him. I would,
You know, that's just all he'll say. I didn't want to come back. I didn't want to come back. Why
Well,
am I in this body? No.
he should go to the insane
What happened to
asylum.
my body? so forth.
That's right.
All day, every day.
Oh no.
Oh, Shalimar. All right.
These things happen. There's plenty of good
These
work
things
for
happen.
These
Chinamen.
things happen.
Plenty of good work.
All right.
Oh no.
So, yeah.
So you meet with select members of the inner order, mostly the people from your dream, actually.
Have they also had the same dream?
They had the dream.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pause. I'm sorry. I can't, Bill. I cannot believe what you rolled. I just can't believe you shot the machine. I'm just amazed. I mean, the percentage of that was so. Anyway, okay.
Carrying on.
Sorry.
Good.
I'm amazed. Hell
I'm
yeah.
quiet too. But I,
You're like, oh, I didn't realize it was dangerous at.
well, I failed some pretty. I mean, I
I
failed some
know,
rolls
and
pretty
if it was full of
significantly.
shillings too.
Like, yeah.
Definitely. That's why I was just like, holy crap. Okay, sorry.
I have this really like weird luck. Like, I have like really good, really bad luck.
So he's he's taken into the carrying custody of the higher order members who are say, well, we'll do what we can for him, but hopefully we can
Just interrogate the bastard.
talk to
Yeah.
him. Yes, before we
Could
turn him over to the authorities for
I'll
medical
ask.
care.
I don't know about my colleagues, but could I participate in this?
This will be dealing with secrets that you are not ready for yet as a member of the outer order.
Tell them about the machine in the down.
I blew the machine up.
He saved
Hey,
the
if we
world,
blew a
essentially.
flying lamprey out of the air and that
That's
wasn't good
true.
enough.
You're right.
Yeah, never.
So
Never
basically,
good enough.
Never
You
good enough,
all,
no matter how many things you shoot.
you're all quite smug in the knowledge that you thwarted whatever evil plans were afoot there. Whether the reality of your dream would have matched the reality of what they were attempting to do with that machine remains to be seen. But you all get some sanity back.
Oh,
Nice.
good.
Oh, I never lost any.
Well, then you get to gain some.
I'm gonna get some weapons.
Well, you can do that too. So Dr. Hume gets 11 points of sanity.
Wow. All right.
Whoa.
You saved the world.
Nice.
Seriously.
That's a nice change of pace.
Oswald,
That won't take me.
Finnegan-
That can't take me
Yeah.
above my max.
Yes, it can.
Oh,
Your
really?
max is 99 at this point because you haven't gained any Cthulhu mythos. So.
Okay, so I'm 16.
Oswald Finnegan gains 13 points of sanity.
Wow.
Robin Ward gains 12. Padma Daschel gains 15.
Sweet. Wow.
Celestia Adams gains 13.
How many?
13.
Right.
So
Wow.
pretty,
Hell yeah.
pretty well done.
Way past my previous.
Mine too. I only lost one ever.
Well, I will write off to Mathers right away, explaining how I saved the world.
Yes.
And let's see here.
Is our meeting that we were all called to still going to go on as usual?
Yes.
then?
Yes.
The postscript will be like, I know I say that a lot, but really this time it happened.
Really.
You can ask everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have people to vouch for me.
And reflecting your cooperation with the police and the sort of order's goodwill as well, you gain some credit rating points. So
nice.
Dr. Hume's going to gain 2 points.
Oh, sweet.
Oswald Finnegan gains 5. Robin Ward gains 4. Padma Daschel gains a mere 1.
Well,
It's already way up
She's
high.
already
She's
got
I'm
it.
only
way up
86.
there.
Yeah.
And Celestia Adams gains 4.
Wow.
4 for you. That's a big deal.
I know. People are.
Taking notice.
Take a notice. Yeah, you can join the order now.
Might not be a servant forever.
That's right.
What kind
Yes.
of thought is that?
Now you
Most
can serve
respected
tea at the
servant.
Golden Dawn.
Yeah.
Where
Wow.
most
I
respected
cannot
servant.
believe that.
So that's that.
I cannot believe
Nice.
Yes.
that. That's just kind of really strange. It's not usual.
What? Actually coming out on top?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I never
true.
gained sanity.
Mm.
It is a nice surprise when things turn out well.
this is the first time I'd lost it.
Yeah.
Stayed at my
Just kind of.
original the whole time, so yeah, I gained a bunch.
Yeah, it's
And
not
that's
bad.
68.
Nice.